What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to episode 158 of Barz and Shotz the Podcast. You got myself, Flaw 700. You got Ant the Great One somewhere. And you got Jarrell. What's going on, fellas?
Yo, what up, what up?
Yeah.
I'm glad to see your internet is working this week, sir.
Yeah, man, for now.
No hang up so far. We good.
Yeah, we got a backup plan if it do. I ain't going nowhere this time.
Okay. Nice.
Yesterday was a real one's birthday. By the time you hear this, it'll be 2 days ago. Happy belated birthday to Jarrell. Was going? How were things?
Thank you, sir. Last night was real. Let's just say that. I'm still recouping from the stuff I was doing last night. A lot of drinking and smoking and eating good food, and I'm a little hungover, but I'm good right now.
Okay, cool. Ant, what's going on, Ant?
Mic check. I'm here.
Sounding
low.
Yeah,
what's up?
It's good. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, sir. I see you walked off and got your belt.
Oh, nah, Can I say mental health is good?
Hey, man. I like to hear that.
But speaking of your birthday, I gotta ask, and maybe I won't ask next year. How is it, with your birthday being like the day of so much? I mean, yesterday was also the anniversary of DMX's passing, and just looking on the social media feeds, yesterday was a lot of birthdays and celebrations and passing. Like, I guess April 9th. So very up and down day. So
I tend to, honestly, I ignore everything but my birthday. I'm not gonna lie.
This is me.
I'm one of those. Now I'm saying I'm been celebrating this for 43 years. I know X passed on, what he passed last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, it's been a year. So yeah, I understand, that's X and everything, but yeah, the 9th is mine.
Gotcha. I know Ann already asked, but how's everybody's mental health? How we doing?
I'm good.
Man, I'm good.
Blessed to see another day, man. Another day above ground.
Yeah, man.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I feel super blessed, man. Like, I had a great day yesterday. I'm gonna have a good day today. I got off another day of work tomorrow. I took a 4-day weekend on their ass. Just because of my birthday. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's a holiday, fam.
I'm not gonna lie though, Jarrell. You come on here with the 4-day weekends a lot, fam. Like,
yeah, he got the layup, bro. Like,
hey, how many times have we heard that 4-day weekend?
Bro? I'm already planning my next one. It's Memorial Day.
Life goals, brother.
4-day weekend, man. That Monday, that Friday Monday combination. Beautiful.
Oh, I can get them off though, because I only work 4 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So I can easily take a Thursday off and have Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
nice.
Sunday.
Hey, yo, the 4-day weekend. You think a 3-day weekend feel good?
That 4-day weekend is like you get back to work. Like, God
damn. Yeah, it's really like a mini vacation. Even if you don't do anything, do it anyway.
So let me step out on a limb here and speak for myself, and you guys can join in with me if you agree. 4 days off is kind of like the perfect amount of days you want off. You ever been on vacation too long? Like, God damn.
I've never been on vacation ever.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. My vacations, I've never been on a long vacation.
Longer than 4 days. Okay,
nah,
so 4 days is always the sweet spot. But if you go somewhere, you wait from like 7 days, because depending on your work schedule, let's say you take off for Friday, you off the weekend, you got the whole 5 days, and you take then the other weekend, you come back Monday. You be like, God damn, I got to get back to regular living. Like, you don't want to get too comfortable somewhere else where you're not being productive. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that. I think that's a man thing, though.
But sometimes you got to take that time for yourself, though, bro. Your family and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's important, bro. Like,
yeah,
we tend to think that vacations are for like the family. Like, we don't ever think that we need a break. Like, men don't get breaks,
right? At all. But
even on Father's Day, they want us to grill.
That's another pod. I don't want to talk about it.
What we doing on Father's Day? I'm out on the grill, fam. No.
You'll hire this personal chef and stuff.
Right. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. It's my day. I didn't do nothing yesterday. But ride around, eat, smoke, and drink. That's it.
Oh, shoot. And I know it was the anniversary of X's passing, but another young man passed away yesterday as well. The quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, former quarterback of the Washington Generals, who used to be the Washington football team, I believe.
Fam, they are the Washington Commanders.
They're the Commanders, brother.
Oh, they're the Generals.
As a Giants fan, I love the Freudian slip, but yeah, they're the Commanders, fam. I ain't gonna diss them like that.
The Generals was better, fam.
That name is trash, bro. Come on,
man. So yeah, man. This young man was hit by a tractor trailer, I believe.
A dump truck or some shit.
Dump truck, yes.
That's tragic, bro. Like
on his way to practice.
In his car or like on the street? Like
no, he was crossing the highway.
Oh God! Like what are you doing, brother?
I don't know the specifics of the case, so I don't even want to.
We don't. But I don't know. He was 24 years old.
5, I think.
25? Okay,
I believe so.
24.
Either or.
Young, yeah, young. Adam Schefter, I think that's his name. Schefter.
Yeah.
With just his tasteless tweet.
Yeah, I was gonna put it up here, but I refused to.
He took it down.
What did he say?
No, I still have it.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, I screenshotted it as soon as I saw it.
Well, he's a reporter for the NFL.
I know who he is.
Okay, and he decided to let it be known in the mix of this young man passing that he struggled a few years in Washington. Like that was important.
Like that mattered.
Football career?
Huh?
Like his football career?
Yeah. He had 2 rough seasons in Washington. Like that mattered at that time. Like why would you put that, fam? Very, very tasteless and disrespectful.
Yeah.
And he needs to be held accountable for that. There was no excuse for that. We've seen that too many. We see that often, though, fam. Like they will really tell you about yourself in the midst of a tragedy. We're not there right now. This young man lost his life, and that's that. So, big middle finger to you, Adam.
Well, this is not his first time having distasteful tweets.
It's not.
Like I'm a Giants fan, so I remember when JPP blew his fingers off, and he's the dude that like leaked the medical records.
But that's what he do though, bro. They go-to guy in the NFL. That's what make him that dude. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, not that, because that's where he get the backlash from. Like I think it's about breaking news first. I think
right.
Like we go to Woj. If Woj ain't say it,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's not about what he gets, it's about the timing of what he gets. So he doesn't need to be drastic with, oh, here go the medical records I got. No, fam, just report that JP got, you know what I mean, is something happened. You get what I'm saying?
If you're not first, you last, right? But if you can still do something to stand out, you know what I'm saying?
Like when it comes to basketball, it's either Woj or Shams. Mm-hmm. When it comes to football, it's either Shefty or Ian Rappaport. Like they go back and forth, like who leaks stuff, like who breaks stuff first. It always go like that. Like one will work at ESPN, the other one will work for the NFL Network.
And it's just some nasty. I get what you're saying, Ant, but to me personally, it's just nasty work. You can be the first to break news, but you don't have to tweet.
Yeah, that was crazy with the Haskins thing. Like that was crazy. He didn't have to say that at all. Like his football career ain't had nothing to do with him dying. You know what I'm saying? However, the leaking of the medical records thing, I don't really got a problem with that.
Okay. Really?
I don't care about that.
Wow.
That's what he do, bro. You know, reporters are cutthroat. Reporters are it's a cutthroat kind of industry. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like whatever you can do to give yourself an edge or get your name out there or whatever. I get it. I understand it. Like
that's what I'm saying. The edge could be just report it first. You don't need that part.
Yeah, why did he need the medical records though?
Because he didn't report it first and he had access to these records. Why not?
That's what it was.
Why not?
Right. So since he wasn't first,
that's what I was saying.
He went sucker. That's what he did.
Yeah. It's bro.
Like I didn't win, so I might as well be a sucker.
I bet you don't got this part. I bet you didn't add this part to your news.
Exactly.
Part. Now his name trended. Now Adam Schefter's trending.
Right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, when you talk about backlash for this, like nothing's going to happen to him. It's just something that was made in poor taste, and we're going to move on. We're not going to remember this next week.
Oh, he's not canceled.
Yeah, he's not canceled. No. That's Shefty, baby. Like I still follow him. I still need my news, fam. That's not happening.
Also, it was a tweet that he probably tweeted and put the phone down. He'll never read none of these tweets. I don't think a lot of these celebrities or athletes or people actually read the tweets unless they are really, thin-skinned like that. Like Kevin Durant might do this. I'm not saying that no athlete or no reporter does, but fam, he makes his news, puts the phone down, and goes about his life. He probably was at somewhere hanging out with his family.
Yeah, he don't care.
Tweets. He don't care. So let's get into it, man.
Well, let me take this down. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to Roland and Andy. Andy coming from Poland. Thank you guys for the birthday witches. And,
hey,
you know,
what keep episode going. Number this is? 158?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got to play that number today.
Oh, you one of those. My mom do that to me all the time, fam. Like, she'll text me random stuff. Like, yeah, you got to play this number. You got to play that number. I saw it. I don't never win nothing.
I don't either, but today I feel it, so I'm just going to do it.
Let's get into it, man. The Grammys was this past Sunday. And the category that we have been most hyped on was the HipHop Album of the Year award. I kind of think we like breezed over the rest, but we were really focused on this one to see if Nas can repeat, if Tyler can get another one, will Kanye West make a comeback? How, official is Kanye West comeback? J. Cole, what we going to do? The lineup was thick, something that we like. But and going into the Grammys, Mr. Damn, I can't think of his names on the tip of my tongue. The boss of Houston.
Jay Prince.
Jay Prince wanted all the artists to boycott, the hip hop artists to boycott the Grammys. Some did, some did not. And I definitely want to add that to the conversation. I want to mix that in with the Academy Awards as well. I think we're learning some things about these award shows that we did. And hip hop got shafted at the Oscars, at the Grammys, I'm sorry, because all of the awards were kind of given out pre-show.
It was like that last year too, though.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Nah, not the rap one.
We ain't see Nas get his rap award. We heard about that shit beforehand. Nas ain't go up there and give no speech or nothing. No, hell no.
I think you might be right. You're right.
It was on the red carpet.
Because I remember Freddie congratulating Nas and saying, I do remember that because he was like at a dinner or something when he did it.
Well, last year,
shitting on us. Hov this ain't nothing new, bro. They been shitting on the hip hop.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this is new. I'm just saying that
I'm with it.
You come to Jay Prince boycotting the Grammys, but some hip hop artists going anyway, and the Grammys continuing to not broadcast the hip hop categories live on TV has been going on for a long time. But the celebration came when Nas performed, and I kept seeing people saying Nas finally got his flowers. Nas finally got his flowers to perform at the Grammys, and I'm just like, okay, this is the I don't want to say bougie, but this is like the, if you believe in Illuminati, that's it right there.
The Illuminati.
You trying to say he made it now?
He finally crossed over.
He too rich not to be in it. Know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like Nas, like you gotta, like, fam, now you making all this money.
Now.
He's finally in. Like this, like Nas finally got, and he lost to Tyler the Creator. So I want to say congratulations to Tyler the Creator for winning Hip Hop Album of the Year. I think Jarrell called that one.
Yeah, I did. But to be honest, so y'all don't know because y'all don't really listen to his music. He won the last album that he came out with. He won Rap Album of the Year too. This is his second in 3 years. So it was Tyler, Nas, and Tyler.
Tyler again. Oh, he did some Lakers shit. Like
we need to go again. We need King Disease 3 to go up there.
No. I'm not here for no King. I'd rather hear Magic 2 than a King Disease 3.
Well, yeah, we don't know yet. Magic is that shit, fam.
I'm just saying, Magic was better than 1 and 2.
That's what I'm saying.
So
you said King Disease 3 ain't got no shot.
No.
Nah.
Hey,
no.
Not that I heard Magic. I don't want King's Disease 3.
Yo, just think about it. In hip hop, yo, we don't check for any part 3s, bro. All the part 3s is trash, bro. Carter 3 didn't live up to the hype. Blueprint 3 didn't live up to the hype.
I mean,
King Disease 3 ain't gonna live up to the hype.
Is it just music though? Like how many part 3s of movies is the shit? Like
how many part 3s?
I think it's just because just after 2 movies or after 2 anything, it's almost like, all right, fam, do something else.
Bro, it's 12 Fast and Furious, bro.
Yeah, that's nuts.
You feel me? It's like 16 Final Destinations. It's 13 Saws. Like,
but you know, none of those are part of our culture, though, ain't? Don't know, like we don't watch those stuff.
Yeah, but they do crazy numbers.
They do crazy numbers because they not our movies.
Y'all don't like the Fast and the Furious?
Them shit's alright. Like I dropped off like around 8, fam. Like come on.
I dropped off at like after Tokyo Drift, I was done, bro.
Like ain't they like in space now and shit? Get the fuck out of here, fam.
I was finished, bro.
They had to drive to space in order to foil a plot from
Wait, they drove to space?
Fam, that was the last one.
Man, they was in space.
I didn't see that one. Nah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing? They could be underwater next. Like Gino, he gonna be Aquaman next in the next one.
You got to go to like the quantum realm now after space, bro. You can't go.
If you thought Jason in space was trash, you can't think Fast and Furious in space. It's not trash.
The fact that you even watched Jason in space, I don't know what's wrong with you.
It was Jason X. Yeah, it was Jason X.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
I'm just saying, no, it's trash.
Just young, though. I watched it. I was young.
I'm sorry, I did not watch
17.
Jason in space.
So I didn't know he was going to be in space. I don't think we knew.
But to get back to the, I got Tyler's acceptance speech. This dude was on like a biking hike when he found out that he won the Grammy for Best Rap Album of the Year. That's nuts. It's only a minute long.
Ain't this the same dude?
First off, I'm hyped. Thank you to DJ Drama. You are fucking so important to rap music. Grills. Thank you to all of my friends for being my cheerleaders. Thank you to my whole team, the whole squad. Vic, Neil. Thank you. Where I could just make a album where I just flex all goddamn day. Inspired helping rap off this fucking album and getting it done. And thank you to Stin, picked it up again. And I know you're seething and angry and no one listens to that album. These arena tours that are selling out says different. And if you put that much energy into something, maybe everyone will be proud of you too. Love to everyone. And yeah, the sun is fucking beaming, bitch. Call me if you get lost. Definitely not finished. And 12 years in, got a second one. Didn't expect it. So let's see what the fuck is next. I do not know what the fuck I'm gonna do, but figuring that out. Thank y'all. Big love.
Are we taking shots at DJ Khaled? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, sir.
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
Yes, he is.
He deserved to be shot. So guess what? I was right all the time. Y'all was clowning me about clowning him. I was right. So yeah, go ahead.
You was right about clowning Khaled?
Yeah.
Well, that's a personal thing that between them two. I don't. That's a personal thing between them two. Well, I think a DJ Khaled album dropped and a TylerTheCreator album dropped at the same time, and I think Tyler became number one. Was number one.
Was mad. Yeah,
based off merchandise and sales. I don't know if I'm correct on that, Jarrell. It was like Tyler did a whole like a super rollout.
Mm-hmm.
And DJ Khaled was upset that, you know, technically album-wise, he was number one and he let it be known. Fuck that album. And now Tyler wins and he goes, oh, so nobody liked my shit, huh?
But you know what's crazy? That was not this album though.
It wasn't. But
that was the other album that won Rap Album of the Year.
Damn.
So maybe DJ Khaled should shut the fuck up.
He still taking shots though. That's what I'm saying. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Nah, because bro, you gotta keep that energy, bro. Like I'm all with the shits, yo.
Yeah, he should keep it for the rest of his career.
Because has Tyler been on a Khaled album?
Nope. I don't think so.
And
won't be.
I guarantee you that Khaled has reached out.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he has.
Prior to that exchange, I bet you he reached out, yo.
He did. Tyler's too big not to have reached out.
That's what I'm saying,
like for DJ Khaled's MO, like him getting all the biggest artists on songs, for Tyler to never be on one, that's saying something.
So let's talk about.
And then for him to shout out Drama is the first person he shout out. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy too, though. Like
he did the album. He did the album. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like, damn, you gonna get him shout out to God and nothing like that.
But see, and I like that too because that's the
typical thing.
Typical. Like he kept it real. Like, you know what I mean, this felt like a real speech. Like,
and also he was fresh off his bike hike, so he wasn't prepared. Like, oh shit, thank you, Drama, thank you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
He was there. The acceptance speech probably would have went a little different, but we like that though. We like that acceptance speech.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah.
But had you been in the building expecting to win or think you're going to win, it could have went different. Drama might have been third. I'm just saying.
I'm about to say it probably would have been longer.
Okay.
It would have been a lot. The acceptance speech would have been a lot longer.
And then it probably would have put like it's Tyler too, so he probably would have said some semi thought provoking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, the last time I think he actually was there to accept the award for Igor. And I thought he brought his mom up. So he already had the big acceptance speech for that. Mm-hmm. They actually gave him props, you know. They actually had him perform and was there for the award ceremony 2 years ago.
So so once you do that, it's like you made it, bro. You super made it, bro.
Yeah.
You win a Grammy and you perform at the Grammys, bro. Like, and you like super made it, like
just like since Nas performed this year, won last year, you'll never see him again.
Oh yeah, he's cemented forever. Like
he's not going. I don't think he's ever going back, whether he's nominated or not. Yeah, and I don't think he's going to be nominated anymore.
He don't have to. And nobody cares if he is or not.
Because I don't think he will push for it anymore. I think it's done. Like, it's over. Like, I did it.
So did he push for this Grammy? You think he went hard for it?
Sure, I think he did. I mean,
King Disease one.
You got to think about like for Nas.
Hold on. He did. That's his first album with Hit Boy. You feel me? You think he went in the booth in them sessions like, bitch, look, this gonna win Grammys? Like,
oh no. No. If that's what you asked, hell no. I don't think. Yeah, that's not Nas' MO. No.
Okay.
Not him personally. Okay. I'm just talking about like his team, the people around him probably pushed for the Grammys. For the second one at least, especially after he won the first one.
Okay.
I think the fact that they had a second one is the reason that he won the first one.
Got you.
I'm still amazed that he actually was nominated twice and won one. Like, that's just
that was
somebody
dope.
To have a 30-year career, you'd be like, man, skip the Grammys, but then to actually be included in two was kind of dope. So him
in a row.
Yeah, so him not winning King's Disease 2. The fan in me like, damn, let's go back to back, but that's not realistic, fam. Like, it's like, it's not realistic.
The fan in me would have been mad that Freddie lost. But I was like, hey.
Yeah, but it's like, it's not real. Like, Freddie, you was... Shout out to you for being nominated, but last year was a crazy year. But it's like, Freddie, on a regular hip hop year,
am I going to be mad that you lost to Nas? Like, how do you be mad that you lost to Nas? I don't care how big of a fan I am.
Listen, bro, if the shit was hotter though,
I think he was hotter, but I still can't be mad that he lost to Nas. I can't be.
And I don't know if that's anything to do with hotter.
Mad a little bit.
Like for me, it's just like a Freddie Gibbs doesn't. Oscar's Freddie Gibbs. Like, he's one of those artists that he's like a Mobb Deep. It's like, you don't.
I see that.
We might think you make the greatest music, but we're not gonna.
It's not commercial enough.
We're not going to connect you to the Grammys. So the fact that they did, it was just like, oh, this is the Grammy nominated. It's like an Oscar winner. I mean, an Oscar nominated actor or actress. You always got to introduce me as the Oscar, the Academy Award nominated or Oscar nominated.
Right.
He's a Grammy nominated artist for the rest of his life.
Right.
Yeah. So if they anywhere, they do. If they perform anywhere, if they show up anywhere, they have. That's how they got to be introduced.
You better put that over top of my name.
Yo, think about that when it come to D Smoke when he was just on like a rapping competition TV show 2 years ago.
Yeah,
right.
4 years ago. That shit was mad old now.
So speaking of
like 4 or 5 years now. Like,
speaking of half-ass boycotting, Kanye West broke the record, I believe, for Jail with Jay-Z. So Jay-Z and Kanye West win another Grammy. So shout out to them. Yeah,
I don't like the fact that they said, was that the only one he won last night? I mean, when during the Grammy,
they won another Grammy, bro.
Yeah, they won for Jail.
Yep, single hip hop single. Yep.
Yo,
they won
because what's the point of saying that they broke the record, right? When they both got it, didn't they break it last time they got it?
Right.
Yeah, so whose record are they breaking?
Right, they're breaking their own record. Like, what the fuck?
H.A. Prince, you take this boycott and you stick it down.
Unless they was tied with somebody. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't do the research on that. So the Grammys, I want to stay there, but I also want to switch to the Academies because me personally, I'm putting 2 and 2 together, right? Will Smith. Yeah, we back at it. Will Smith finally got his punishment, and it's a ban of 10 years. No, he actually resigned from the Academy committee to where he can't vote for winners anymore, aka vote for himself.
Right.
He can't vote for himself is hilarious.
Yeah,
it don't matter what he put out, right? I'm voting for myself.
I'm only voting for me.
Too, nigga. I'm voting for it.
Right. It could be the wackest movie ever. I'm voting for myself.
I'm voting for myself.
Got to.
He removed himself, but the Academy still wasn't having it, and they decided to give him a 10-year ban.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we've watched so many powers that be back out of film, so we're now not getting the Netflix movie that Will Smith was working on, Fast and something. It sounded like a Fast and Furious movie, but it was Fast and something. Bad Boys 4 is on hold, might be done. I mean, Will and Martin aren't too young potatoes. Fast.
I didn't want 3. I didn't want 3.
I understand, but still.
Well, to be honest, let's just keep it all the way gangster. It's not like we clamoring for his movies, period.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't 10 years ago, fam. Like,
this ain't 15 years
I'm
ago.
not running to the Will Smith movies.
You know what I'm saying? Was coming out and shit. Pursuit of Happiness. You think he still got that kind of? I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. For him to win for King Richard, and I'm like, well, who beat his ass when he did the Pursuit of? I thought about that. Who won that one? Because boy, let me tell you,
I actually remember, but I just forgot, like, because I watched him that year too.
That's what came to my mind. I'm like, yo, this is his first one. Congratulations, but boy,
you know what the Oscars do? You know what they do though, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga, what's his name?
He was nominated for Ali too.
Right, Denzel lost the Hurricane, bro. You seen the Hurricane, bro?
Right.
This nigga lost the Hurricane to like Leonardo DiCaprio and like The Great Gatsby or some stupid shit. Like, it's probably not it.
He lost Malcolm X to Kevin Spacey.
Like Kevin Spacey.
Right.
But he got it for Training Day. We talked about that already. Like,
he got hit.
Yeah, but won it for Training Day, right? Like, that's
the
crazy.
Oscars, bro. Like, they give you shit like from the past and shit, try to make up for it and shit. Like,
that Kevin Spacey win was the nastiest though. Like, even though it was a good acting job, like, you had on jeans the whole movie, fam. Like, you didn't transform nothing. Like, this nigga went from Detroit Red, snapping with the suits on and shit, to Malcolm X doing speeches in front of thousands of people, and you let him win to like a regular ass dad.
I mean, let's keep it right. I mean, but let's keep it a stack though. Nothing
Philadelphia got nominated.
Nothing Malcolm X nothing Malcolm X related is supposed to be at the highest, supposed to be rewarded. Put it like that. I
get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's Malcolm X.
It's Malcolm, bro.
But we just talk about movies though, like how it was made and technical stuff. Like,
I know what you're saying.
Spike did his thing with that shit. Like, you got to win something. Like,
nothing Malcolm X related. You know that.
That's a very good point. Like, you can't, like, who am I to argue that?
And you know,
he's right though.
Right.
He's right though.
That's what I'm saying. I can't argue that, like, at all.
For me, when I'm thinking about like all of these big businesses pulling out, because Will Smith got his own production company, but Will Smith still needs the backing of Hollywood to fund that production company.
That is true.
Which is something that you learn. You're like, oh man, Will Smith will make his own movies. Not really. If the budget, if the funds is pulled. So I'm thinking Grammys, Oscars, right? Like, these entities are way bigger than some people may think. So when Jada goes, so the question that I was asking myself is, did Jada sabotage this man even in 2016 when she goes boycott the Oscars? You can't. You're basically like, because Will never said that, right? It was Jada. But when you go,
that's his wife though. So do you know if she didn't say that on his? No, I know she said it, but she could have been talking on his behalf for one thing. Like, he could have had those feelings too. I'm not saying that he did, and I can't just assume that she went rogue and said, "Fuck what that nigga say. We should boycott the Oscars." I can't.
She's a walking rogue, Jarrell. She does what she wants.
Correct.
Correct. I can't argue that either.
They're a married couple though, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're a married couple though.
But they a married couple that is not traditional when it comes to the married stuff though, Ant. Like,
you no longer say this is a married.
They're going through that shit right now.
Nah, what I was saying
traditional about them.
Nah, I understand that. I was just saying she, like, you know, what you were saying, Jarrell, like, she probably was speaking for him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they go out there and say that shit for us. I mean,
she saw the hurt in his eyes that listen, I think Will Smith was hurt every year he didn't win. They even walked out of one Oscar award, remember?
He has the personality of somebody that would be really hurt
Yeah,
but he deserved, especially if he deserved to win, though. Like Ali, bro, he deserved to win. Like,
I get it.
Pursuit of Happiness, bro, he probably deserved to win. Like,
if you Jada, you look at your husband, you go, I need to do something. That's not saying he told her. It's kind of like the slap. I didn't tell you to do shit. You did that on your own. But
Will should have came out and said that she overreacted and she should have shut up.
But she didn't say nothing though, bro. She just gave a look.
No, well, it's the same thing we talking about. Will technically never said boycott the Oscars. Jada did. And she was doing it for Will. It's the same shit.
The same thing.
Never said, I'm
boycotting. I mean, she's a woman. It's not like she's going to physically slap somebody. She was kind of metaphorically slapping the Oscars.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of the same thing.
So, what happened that year on stage when Chris Rock performed? He made a joke about that shit, right?
That is true.
Right?
Yeah.
So fast forward, 6 years later, he makes a joke again. And that wife, at the same wife expense, while the husband's sitting right there. Did he deserve a smack?
My whole thing is like there's 2 or 3 stories that you have drama with the Oscars when it comes to your family. Maybe you should not go for 10 years.
Right.
But I also think the punishment is kind of crazy too. Because they were the ones who didn't do anything while he sat back down. But they get to ban him from 10 years. I think the punishment don't really fit the crime.
So they should have escorted him out as soon as that shit happened, bro.
Exactly.
Commercial break, bro. We shouldn't have seen like he should have been escorted out.
It should have been 2 seat fillers there. They both should have been escorted out.
Nah, man.
I get that, but the 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Will Smith is wealthy. He's rich. The Smith families have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go, well, let's just not go to the Grammys. Let's just not go to the Oscars or the Academy Awards. Let's just not go here as boycott. We're now seeing the effect of losing those connections, though. When we see our favorite artists, man, fuck the Oscars, fuck the Grammys. Do we really know what we're saying? Because now we're going to have to see Will Smith and Tyler Perry collaborate on some probably.
But here's the thing, though.
He's probably.
I have a couple angles when it comes to this, though.
Okay, talk to me.
Maybe because I'm old. Because all right, you know how I always say that we should never tell people how to spend their money.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith was rich enough to have had his own studio already.
Right.
Like that, but that Overbrook production company has been going on for what, 20 years?
Mm-hmm.
He could have had a studio if he wanted to, like Tyler Perry. He didn't want one.
I don't think he thought about it, bro.
How can you not think about it?
Huh. If you Will Smith, at one time he was arguably the biggest Hollywood star in the world, bro.
Right.
You feel me? Making Men in Black and Wild Wild West and shit. You feel me? So I don't think he's thinking about owning a studio.
I think they think about it, but I think they. Well, I don't want to say this, but it's the same thing about being independent and signing to a major. You might be too lazy to have your own studio. Tyler Perry obviously is not. Like Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson. It's a lot of black actors that have made enough money to have done what Tyler Perry has done.
What about this?
They don't want it. That's what it is.
To piggyback off what you're saying, because I definitely agree with both of y'all are saying, right? But after the slap, so many comedians or even people with an opinion came out and had words for Will Smith. Not saying that they were wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm told is because Will Smith was the chosen one. It's like the Kevin Hart situation, right? All the comedians came after Kevin Hart once he made it big because they feel like he didn't do the work that they did.
Right.
Will
Smith,
but
he did though. But he did though. Let's be clear. He did though.
I'm just saying.
When it come to Kev, I think there was just hate.
Yeah, it was really
because it's not like he just. He wasn't no YouTuber, then all of a sudden blew up. Like he was doing comedy shows for like 20 years before he got.
Right.
But that was the word that's why they hated him.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a false narrative though.
He went too quick. Like you ain't do what we did, and
it just seemed like it was too quick.
I'm about to say, did they see Paper Soldiers?
Right. Did they see Soul Plane, nigga? Like
that's what I'm saying. He was not always Kevin Hart, fam.
Right.
Now you take Will Smith, the poster boy for Hollywood, and you got people who say, "How the fuck did y'all is Will Smith?" Because you feel what I'm saying? There's people behind the scenes
it's because he's a poster boy, bro. It's because he's the
poster boy.
If he was Adam Sandler or some shit, I don't think he probably would have got that off. You know what I mean?
Because he didn't go from the Fresh Prince directly to Independence Day, right?
Now he had this one.
He did 6 Degrees of Separation.
6 Degrees of Separation, right?
Movie.
he acted very well. That's what got him on.
America. He did Made in America. Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah, that's true.
Whoopi
Goldberg.
Right? Just to, like I said, I was piggybacking off what Jarrell was saying about independent and majors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith being the golden boy, that means you got to kiss a lot of babies and shake a lot of hands and build a lot of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So now that he's transitioning into, a business and a major figure in Hollywood, you can't like Tyler Perry having his own studios because he did it the hard way. Basically, this is me, and I'm gonna put all these cheap wigs and all these cheap movies until I build my capital, and then I'm gonna create my own studio.
Right.
Will Smith he never had to do that because there's always people by his side. Like, Smith, when you're ready to do this, we can set it up for you. We can do this. Like, he didn't have the luxury of being independent because, like, he owes so many people. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't stop at Will Smith. He has to pay it back. He has to pay it forward or whatever you said. Tyler Perry has to pay nothing for it because he's basically done it.
He did everything on his own.
Right.
So
when you got the Overbrook, or I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing his
Overbrook.
Yeah, it's Overbrook.
Okay, when it's called Overbrook, that's based on, okay, Will, it's time for you to start hiring some of these people like over here. It's time for you to start working with these people over here just to keep things going. And that's why I think Will Smith made that transition to doing the Overbrook filming production like that. That's my opinion, not facts, but just looking at it.
Okay.
He's too deep into it to just want to do an independent thing, because if he did, Hollywood would cut him off at the knees just like they're doing now.
Right.
In my opinion.
I get
you. We told you to represent your people. We even protected y'all, called y'all the Smiths, but there's one person they could not control, and that was Jada. Jada has ruined this whole shit. I know the family a lot to you, fam. She has ruined this entire shit.
Damn.
She has.
Well, the latest thing is the kicker for me. Like, to come out and say that, I think he overreacted. He shouldn't have slapped him.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah.
And all that. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're my wife. Like, if you don't have anything positive to say, just shut up. Like, why would you say that?
You should just say no comment.
Yeah, just say no comment.
I don't know. I think because I missed last episode, I want y'all fellas to take a journey with me real quick. Let me see if y'all connected to. Now, I'm
about to say, because you didn't get to talk about it last week. We have to discuss that, and I think Bel Air too. You didn't get no bars off Bel Air.
I was about to talk about Bel Air.
Right.
We saw the episode where Aunt Viv got mad at Uncle Phil for not encouraging her to follow her dreams, correct?
Yes.
I said, boy, now that I think about it, that's Will and Jada. Because Jada said she had a career going on and she chose her family.
I thought the same thing. I thought the same thing. I'm not going to lie.
2 and 2 together. I said, oh, shit.
I did, but didn't want to say it.
Nah, that's
because I don't think he has anything to do with the writing. But he's the executive producer of the show. At least one of them. So depending on how close the writers are or the showrunner is to his family, they could be using that information for that. Yes,
it's the same shit.
It's the same thing. It really is.
Talk to me. Where you at?
No, I'm just taking it all in because this is the first time I thought about it, because I know he produced the show. You know what I'm saying? But I never, put two and two together like that.
So when I say Jada and Jarrell goes, well, that's his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Also, with this red table talk is like this red table talk is so poisonous, fam. Like, Jada is a living evil villain. Like, she's a real boss who sits at a table and points.
Yeah, she got power now too because it's successful.
And
And because now it's successful, she get to go up there and just tap dance on this nigga if she wanted to.
She said on that show that women watch and all women goes, ooh, Jada, right?
Yep.
She sat there with her daughter and her mother and said, I didn't want to marry your dad.
God damn.
Your grandmother made me do it. Wow. I was pregnant with Jaden and they made me do it, and I cried and I walked down the aisle and I cried. I didn't want to marry him.
She said that for real.
She said that dead ass for real, fam.
Yep.
Wait, on the latest one, red table talk?
No, this isn't new.
Now, okay. You got to put everything together now. See, they told us everything in sections. Once you start grab, you say, oh, shit. So we go, but Will, that's your wife. Man, she was never. So when they go, well, we're not married, we're life partners. Why do you think that is? when they go, well, we're in an entanglement and we're allowed to do these groupie activities, and who idea you think that is?
I want to read what
never wanted to be married in the first place. Who never wanted to be tied? She said, I never wanted to be tied down.
I want to read what Roland got. He said he can't stop her from getting roles though. She still was working. She did Gotham for a few years. That's a little different because by the time Gotham came around, all her children was grown up.
Man, that was 20, that was 20 years after the marriage. Roland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Gotham is recent. Yeah. Like Jaden. No.
Okay, to be safe.
Willow was the youngest, right? Like I forgot how old she is, but like by the time Gotham came out, she was done parenting.
Yeah.
Like her kids was damn near grown. Seemed like that when they was 13, they was ready to move out the house.
Yeah. Jaden did have this thing where he told them he can't. Jaden
he left.
Yeah, he told him that you can't. He told Will something. I'm just gonna say that he told Will. That
yeah, I remember that
something, and he left the house. Man. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm Will Smith, and I'm paying for all this shit. I got my wife doing what she want to do. I got my kids doing what they want to do. Meanwhile, it's off all of my money. We're not rich off Jason's lyrics. You understand what I'm saying?
them still get residuals off that though. Come on. We ain't gonna act like those.
We're not getting rich off Jason lyrics is nasty.
Yo, that's fucked up, yo. Like,
where did that come from? Yeah, hey, yo, Flaw been hating her for years, fam. It's just getting out. That bar was not just thought up just then. You had that in the tuck, fam.
Hey, when I say I'm ready to pod on a Wednesday, write that down.
Yeah, we not getting rich off Jason lyrics, man. That's a bar for real.
We is not filthy rich off Jason's lyrics. We rich
I'm just
off
saying that Matrix role was not all that, fam.
Man.
No, not to pay those bills. Not the bills from that house. No,
not to pay those bills.
Not to pay those bills. My bills, yes. Those bills, absolutely not. No.
But I'm sorry. What you was gonna say? You was gonna say something? No. Okay, I'm just saying, I don't want to go too far off, but like the academies is kind of like, so we don't know if Jada actually consulted with Will. We assume Will was hurt when she said boycott the Grammys. But next year, around this time of the year, when you hear an artist or somebody who's on the outside, like a Jay Prince, go, we need to boycott this facility or this organization, we got to understand how much all of these relationships are tied to. You can't just boycott the Academy. You get what I'm saying? You can't just boycott the Oscars. Do you know how many hands you shake? You know how many new fans Nas got at 45?
Right.
Who's this Nas guy?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
He did what? He works. You get
Who's
what I'm saying?
This Nas guy?
Who's this Nas guy?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
That's nasty. That is super nasty. Wow.
Never heard of him.
That's the way it works.
What has he done?
What has he done? Give me some of his projects. Hey, I used to hate that because like when outside was open and you was doing like podcasts and stuff like that or whatever. I used to hate when white people used to say, "Hey man, let me hear some of your stuff." Like they see you working, they want to hear your work even though you don't create for them, but they just want to see what you do so bad. It's like, okay, well here go my link. Go listen to it. Right. You do a podcast, let me hear it. Like but who knows who they are?
Exactly.
That was always my favorite part of Starbucks. You never knew what son wanted to spend their daddy's money so bad by signing a new project. Like, yo, I'm investing y'all. Fuck my dad.
Oh, you talk about when we was doing shows at Starbucks?
In Starbucks, because people.
Oh yeah, because everybody used to just come in and just to see what was going on. Yeah,
you never knew who somebody might have been. Like, yo,
right?
This or we Barz and Shotz, or we the podcast brothers or whatever.
Right.
Take my car. I'm gonna put you on a big studio. Just never know.
That was a thing. You're absolutely right. Because damn near every week you introduced me to somebody that I did not know that wanted to know about the pods and stuff.
And that was the thing, man. You just never knew. But yeah, that's really what I.
Well, two quick questions before we get off this. One, what's the next 10 years like for Will?
Tyler Perry movies.
No way.
I think he's.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. You saying that he's just going to be able to do Tyler Perry movies for the next 10 years?
Netflix has canceled his production on one movie. So
that's for now, though. That's for now.
That it's just on halt.
Yeah, that's on. It says on hold. They said they didn't cancel it because they can't cancel it. I tried to say that at the end.
It's too much money involved.
You didn't hear me say that. When it's too much money involved, they already made the movie. So there's no way in hell they spent all those millions of dollars and never put that movie out. They can't do that.
Depends on who's running the ship, fam. You ever like when you got too much ego. When you are Hollywood and you might put a few million in a movie, but you're worth billions, you're worth trillions. Like this is Hollywood. Like they'll recoup their money somewhere else. Like you'll lose money making $100 million film that only grows 50 million. Like this happens.
But
every
this
day.
doesn't make any sense
lose
for them
100
to lose
million
money
though.
For that.
But if you spent 80 million, bro, just to lose 80 million, bro, like you
that's
gotta recoup
crazy.
some of that. You gotta recoup some of that.
If
shit
if Dave Chappelle can go on stage and you not cancel him because another large group of people want him canceled. Canceling Will Smith for that slap is nuts.
But Jarrell, that's
wait, it's different though. It's kind of different. He slapped the nigga, bro.
But I'm saying
he didn't stab him, Ant.
But these are jokes though. But you comparing jokes to assault. This nigga got a charge. This nigga can get charged, bro.
I'm saying it's different because Tyler Perry and Dave Chappelle. Tyler Perry walked away from the checks from Hollywood. He's creating his own. Who's going to cancel Tyler Perry? Like they tried it at Netflix. Like that was it. That was the workers walking out and they said, "Nah, we need more of this." That was it. Will Smith is the Academy. Like he is Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? Like he is our guy. Believe it or not.
I'm just saying with the backlash from. I guess my point is with the backlash from Dave Chappelle, right? If you couldn't cancel him. What would be the backlash if you release a fucking movie from Will Smith right now?
Well, I don't know why
what backlash they're going to have.
It's relationships, but it's relationships for Netflix and
comedians across the world going to stop fucking with them because
I'm saying when you put a pause on Bad Boys 4, when you put a pause on all his productions that he's doing, it's about relationships. That's what I got. There's relationships affected as to why we're stopping this.
Well, they gotta see if he gonna go to jail too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to jail.
Nah, it's a wrap for that.
But that's why we stopped things. Let's stop some shit. Let's see what's
gonna
happen.
You know how it'll take a couple months they'll wait till all this shit blow over and they're dropping that movie.
Yeah, they're going whatever's going on probably still. We might not.
It was already made, Flaw.
Wait a minute.
The Netflix joint is already made.
Are y'all saying Will Smith is going to do 10 months of a 10-year bid?
No, I think he's going to do 3 months of a 10-year bid. By the end of the summer, this nigga going to be free. Walking, doing the George Jefferson down the sidewalk. He's going to be fine.
He's going to do 3 months out of 10 years.
Yo, he slapped a man that just stood there and didn't move. That's not a 10-year bid, fam. I'm sorry.
Chris Rock hired some lawyers, though.
And that was going to be my second question. Okay, the first question was Will Smith 10 years going to be like. The second question, which is kind of deep because it takes a lot of unpacking. Have you noticed that we really don't give a damn about Chris Rock, yo?
Yeah, that's crazy. His name has been mentioned.
We have yet to talk about him. The only time we've said his name is because he got slapped. But when it comes to everything that has happened, this is way more damaging to him than it is Will Smith, especially personally. But we never talk about it. Why?
Well, I can only answer for myself and say that Chris Rock is the dangerous type of comedian to where he gets his millions off making fun of the people in the front row, not necessarily jokes. He's not a Cat Williams. He's not a Dave Chappelle to where they can create something that has nothing to do with your audience. Like Chris Rock makes a living off pointing at somebody.
Nah.
He doesn't.
I think you got the wrong guy, bro.
Like you. Chris Rock that's the Oscars Chris Rock. But when it comes to his stand-up specials and stuff, he don't never do that. Like he's a storyteller. Like he's a political joke guy. Like
let me go this route. Chris Rock. We don't talk about Chris Rock. We don't have a relationship with Chris Rock. Like we fake have a relationship with Will Smith or somebody that we watch a lot. Like our favorite artist.
I do get that point.
Our favorite artist, we have a fake relationship. For the people, there is no relationship with Chris Rock. So that's my answer.
I paid money to see him. Me and my wife going to see him this summer, so I disagree with that.
No, I guess what Flaw is saying, when it comes to his personal life, though, you don't know anything about his personal life, though.
Yeah,
we just know him as a comedian.
He don't put his shit out there until he do a stand up. You know he got he was married. He's divorced. He back single now. He got his daughters and shit. Like you know about his life, but you ain't gonna see him on TMZ and shit.
But I'm guessing to Flaw's point, because of that, maybe that's why you don't care he got the shit slapped out of him.
Yeah, we don't have a connection with Chris Rock.
You don't have a connection with his personal life.
Just laugh at him, okay, go away.
That's what I mean. That's
why
what
we don't care that he got slapped. Basically.
Because nobody's talking about that part of it. What happens to Chris Rock for the next 10 years?
Because guess what?
Because you the dude that got smacked by Will Smith forever.
Like, guess what?
Right, forever.
Denzel, let's put 10 years on Denzel. Let's say Denzel was like Chris Rock age and somebody smacked Denzel.
Hey, yo, let's just switch it up. Let's just say Denzel would have made the fucking joke on stage instead of Chris Rock. What if he would have said exactly what Chris Rock said?
Yeah, that's not the same sandwich.
Would he have gone up there and smacked Denzel?
Well, two things.
Hell
He not smacking Denzel. And but my point was that.
So do that make Will a sucker? Like,
yes.
You smacked the nigga that you knew wasn't going to do shit? Like,
yes. I thought that was already established.
You never get points for that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but I thought that was already established. Like, to me, I never gave Will Smith points for what he did. I just understood that he did it.
Yeah, he did it.
You know what I'm saying? He did it. I'm okay with it because, you know, niggas get slapped every day. But from when it comes to like points or being manly or tough, that was not that. No.
I don't give Will Smith points, but I don't say he was a sucker or a coward because I think a lot of people pick their victims, man. That's just life. I've said this.
No, but those people are cowards though, and suckers if you pick your victims.
But that's
majority. You can say that.
But that's majority. Okay, you can be that. But
all of them are suckers. Yes, if you pick your victims, you're a sucker. Yes, that's the whole definition of it.
You feel like a victim should just become random?
But I've always said it on this podcast. I've said a few times. That's why I respect Suge Knight because he ran up on anybody. You get what I'm saying? Like there's certain people who will run up on anybody can get it, gang, and everybody else don't do that. It's what I'm saying. Like if like Puffy ran from a fair one against Suge, but he'll smack
Drake.
Drake. I don't know. Like
Drake.
Yeah, he slapped Drake, but he also
slapped that UFC nigga.
Slapped that UFC nigga. Right. He slapped the strength trainer at UCLA.
But if Suge Knight goes, me and you 1-on-1 upstairs, and you go no, everybody has a pussy call. Everybody turns down the fade. That's what I'm saying. Not everybody's going to fight everybody. So when people's like,
true.
"Oh, Will Smith turning down the fade," no, he don't.
You turn it down the fade and stop. I'm turning down the fade and I'm big as hell.
Listen, that's what I said.
Everybody turned it down the fade.
That's exactly what I just said.
Bitch. Okay. I thought you said
everybody 5'300", bitch. I'm not fighting him. You bugging. Like, what?
Like
he's getting shot, brother.
That's all I'm saying. I'm just used to.
That's why I don't get in many fights.
I'm just used to.
I hate y'all little niggas, man.
Like that's why I'm just used to people picking who they might poke. Like Jay-Z might poke on. He ain't gonna poke. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else, but I got a felony.
I see what you mean.
You get what I'm saying? Like.
But yeah, if you do that though, yes, I could categorize you as a fucking sucker. If you're gonna slap Chris Rock, but if Jerry Seinfeld did the same joke and you not slap Jerry Seinfeld, it's a reason for that. What's the other reason other than you sucker?
Seinfeld, though. I think he's slapping Seinfeld too.
He's not slapping Seinfeld, yo.
You better not.
Because if he slaps Seinfeld, he know he's going to jail. He is going to prison.
So that jail. Further the notion that he super picked his victim.
Yeah, he picked out Chris Rock for that, fam. And plus, I think it was more personal. Like if Denzel or Jerry Seinfeld tell that joke, it's an isolated incident because they don't tell the joke that happened in 2016.
Right.
This has been stemming for 6 years. That's what I said last episode too. That was a 6-year slap. It was more personal. That's why I think it was.
Like you still making jokes like
he picked he picked his victim, but it was premeditated.
And you know what I'm saying? Nigga say as soon as they said his name, this nigga say anything.
Right. If he say anything.
Also.
But he was laughing though.
He forgot.
Man, we don't know, man.
He forgot until it clicked. Clicked on me. Hold on.
But look, we say Will was laughing. Will might have did some ha ha ha, and then walked into.
Well, yeah, me and wife talked about that too. Nigga. Even if it was a real laugh, though,
he forgot.
Yeah, as an adult, I get to change my mind mid laugh if I wanted to be honest. Like if I really feel some type of way, like, wait, hold on.
You ever forgot you had a problem with somebody? Shit happens. Like
yeah. I get that part too. So that's why I can. That's why before when I came on here and talked about it, like you can find fault in anybody because we're all humans. Like they both was wrong in a sense. You can make an argument for both of them was wrong, both of them were right. It doesn't matter. The only wrong party in this that was completely wrong 100% was the Academy because they let that man stand there and do it and go back to his seat and just sit there
and win,
laugh it off. Sit there for another hour, have drinks and everything, and chill.
Yeah, the Academy did use it because this is the most talked about the Academies have had. And so,
like their existence.
And they kept it rolling. They turned it into a movie. This is Hollywood. Yep. Once it was over and they saw the backlash, they said, we got to do something. We got to do something.
Right.
So going forward next year, fam, all of that boycott the Academy, the Grammys. It's not happening. There's too much tie. Like, we don't own music. If any one of you want to do the Tyler Perry route and really, really be independent, then do that. But until y'all are 100% independent, you need these relationships, fam. Cut it out. Don't let a Jay Prince tell you who ain't in the music industry that you don't need this, because you go boycott something, but yet Kanye West still breaking records for awards. Like, take me off, right? Don't do nothing.
That's the point.
Also, you want to talk about 100% independent? We gonna move on, but it's something I've been thinking about for the last few weeks. Don the 2, he released on his own platform. It made no imprint on the world because you chose to do it. You chose to do it by yourself, like 1,000% independent.
I actually like that.
But nobody did. You hear it?
No. But here's the thing though. It's not. I don't like that personally just for Kanye. I like it personally for anybody, because I'm the type of person, because I champion independence.
Yeah.
If he put out something and I don't hear it, but the people that bought it heard it and loved it,
that's dope.
That's a win. I don't care if I heard it. I didn't hear it because I didn't want it.
Depends on who the artist is.
Like, if I really, really wanted it,
that's a fact.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but to me, it doesn't matter who the artist is.
No, if it's Lil Bow Wow, I don't care, because he done made it like that.
I don't care if I'm a fan of the artist, yo.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you're Kanye West, everything you've done has been for the attention of the world, and then you released a secret album, that's something different for me.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like the how he's not gone about the music business. Like, before we was talking about why did he need Rockefeller? He didn't need them.
Right.
Now he's on, I don't need Rockefeller.
And it's just like
20 years later.
For 20 years,
right? Like, I get that.
Stopped for you. The
right.
world has stopped for you, and now all of a sudden you release a secret.
He's been on Rockefeller for 20 years.
I think he's still on Rockefeller.
When the hell did it's 2022. When did what's name come out?
I'm just saying. I thought he been got up out that deal. Like,
I'm just talking about like his mindset then compared to now. That's all.
Okay.
Like. Just don't take up a Rockefeller. I'm just using that metaphorically. Like, he doesn't need anybody. That's what I meant.
For him to create the music he said he was creating, like, didn't he have I forgot my man's name, but he got like the sexual assault, rock and roll, whatever. But he had like a lot of big features and future executive producing, and just for only a select few to hear it, that's just un-Kanye like. Like, somebody like him thinks music changes the world. Like, you gotta hear this. You gotta hear this. So for people not to hear it, it's just like, ooh.
Yeah, that was my point. Like, that's why he wanted to be on Rockefeller in the first place.
Yeah, so people,
because he could have easily went to the Raucous, and not been heard by the same amount of people, and would have put out the same amount of, like, the quality would have been exactly the same.
But that's where I think the music would have. I think it still would have took off though, bro. Like. But the bars would have been different. You right there, because he wouldn't have been able to talk about that Rockefeller chain, and he wouldn't have been able to talk about flossing and shit like that. We wouldn't have believed him.
Kanye was swagged out, he was, but I can't say that Rockefeller didn't give him a little bit more swag. Like, he gave him an extra badge to talk that shit. Because you with us, you standing next to Jay-Z, talk your shit.
How can we not believe you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
At the time, that was definitely a thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, let's keep it going, man, with the microphone and disrespects, man. T.I.
Okay. You want to talk about the story with him and the young lady comedian?
Yes, because it ties into whatever happened last night. But I don't know what the fuck happened last night.
Man, I told you, don't be coming to Brooklyn with that shit, Tip.
Hey, nah.
We ain't sweet over here, nigga.
Wait. We're not going to start there. We're going to end there, though. Okay. So, T.I., and a comedian, hold on, I got her name here, man. Her name is LaurenKnights. T.I. either was in the facility performing, or he just was there in attendance when some jokes started to fly about his sexual assault case that was dropped. I want to say that, man, because when you say sexual assault, fam, is gone as dropped. He's still
right.
Still want to, you know what I'm saying? You got to say both. So this young lady decided to, I don't know if she knew T.I. was there, but that was some ballsy move to actually want to do that while T.I. was there. Now, T.I. had two choices. Laugh at the shit, like we said.
T.I. had one choice. You know what type of time he be on, bro? Like, this nigga had one choice, bro.
So wait a minute. Are we saying that Will Smith should have sat there because he's a punk and T.I. should not take
No, but
we
expect this from T.I. is what I'm
what's
saying.
What's the right reaction though, man? What's the right reaction though?
I mean,
there is no right reaction.
It
depends on who you are,
bro. Like if I don't know, bro. Like it depends on who you are, bro. Like it depends on how you feeling.
Right.
You might be drunk. You might be. We don't. I mean, like.
Okay, so name me one man y'all respect in the industry. Like what's one dude you're like, oh shit, he a badass. I ain't gonna fuck with him. Name me one person.
You talk about in terms of toughness?
Like what you mean? Like I'm not just gonna say what I'm gonna say.
You respect, you're not gonna say no dumb shit around him. Like
Denzel Washington.
Okay, Denzel Washington. Pharrell, you're a comedian. Denzel Washington is in the building. Some shit happened. Are you letting them jokes fly, or are you saving them for another day?
It depends on the type of joke it is. Okay. I'm letting them fly because I'm still a comedian, but they more like lighthearted Denzel jokes. I'm not gonna go in on his fucking family and shit. Why your son don't look like you, nigga? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I'm not saying stuff like that.
What I'm trying to ask is if Benzino is in the audience, and we all know
touchy subject for anybody though, bro. A sexual assault case, bro. Nobody want to hear that shit, bro. Like, especially that shit drop.
Finish your Benzino point.
Crazy.
Because you went from Denzel to Benzino. Please finish what you was about to say.
I don't know why Benzino popped to my head, but
because he's a super lesser artist than Denzel. He's like the polar opposite. Like,
that's funny.
Benzino at 65 will pop off though.
65.
I thought we established he was like 60 something 2 weeks ago. I thought we did
that old, fam. I don't think it was that
bro.
old.
He's like 58, bro. Like
65. Nigga retired for real. Y'all gotta care.
So a 58 years old Benzino is in the audience, and we all know what he's been going through, whether it be with his daughter or whether it be with Eminem, or whether it be with whatever. But we all know he's got a short temper, regardless of what you say.
Oh, do I let them bars get off?
You let them bars get off if you know he's in the building.
Yes,
bro.
Because I don't respect Benzino. That's a bad example.
I feel like any artist, any person, comedian, whatever, bro, you start going in on niggas like cases and shit, like sexual assault cases while they in the building and shit like that. Like that, you can do that. You have a right to do that, but you also got a right to a motherfucker to get mad at you, bro. Look, listen, bro. This is a part of my life I ain't trying to hear. Yeah, it's all laughs and jokes and shit, but this is real life shit, bro. This is my name. This is my wife's name, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I done had bars for years already. Niggas been talking. I'm sorry, I'm going in, but niggas been talking about this shit for a long time. Like I get T.I. part of it. Like nigga, chill. Like I feel like he would have checked anybody, bro.
I guess it depends. Like the flaws point, it depends on who it is. But knowing who I am, most of those jokes are gonna come off the top of the head anyway. Mm-hmm. And like what she said wasn't really disrespectful. Like he got off. But I can't say that he was wrong for reacting that way. But as a person that is trying to be a comedian himself, that is why
you should understand.
He should understand and got fucked up. Yeah. It's not like he's not a rapper anymore. Now he's actually trying to be a stand-up comedian. So regardless of what that young lady said on stage, how do you have a problem with it? Like you're part of that fraternity now, so you need to shut up.
That's
she should be able to do whatever because if she because as a comedian, like we're civilians, right? So we could say, yeah, we could probably have judgment on stuff that comedians say. But if you are a comedian, you cannot tell that young lady what to say on stage. So in that case, somebody could tell you what to say on stage.
I agree with Jarrell on this part.
Yeah, so I understand that. Yeah,
I agree with Jarrell on this part because when they asked Kevin Hart how did he see the Grammys and the smack.
Every comedian is going to be on Chris Rock's side, man.
Right. But Kevin Hart said, Will smack the pookie out of Chris Rock.
Hey, yo, that's funny as hell, yo.
He said he smacked.
Yo.
He said he smacked.
Yo. Hey, yo, that is hilarious, yo.
I'm saying that
I'm trying to contain myself.
I'm saying that.
Because this mic is too loud. I'm about to blow y'all ears with the red lines, fam. That is fucking hilarious.
I was saying that to say, as a comedian, and there's a relationship with Will and Chris and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I'm going to respond in a comedic way, and Chris, you got to eat that.
Got to eat it.
And guess what? These niggas is on tour together this summer, bro. Together.
So
I got tickets.
So what Jarrell is saying is, T.I., you're here now.
Yeah, you here. Like, you got to shut up, fam. You got to take them jokes.
Here.
Well, yeah, he want to be here. You have to take these jokes because you're in this field. Kevin Hart said that. He said, oh, shit, man. Will smack the pookie out of Chris Rock. Like,
right, yeah. You got to tell a joke.
he didn't make jokes on Will. He said, Will help me.
To be accused for raping 30 bitches though and getting smacked is like two different things though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but if the cases got dropped,
you're gonna do some time for smacking a motherfucker. But goddamn, for raping 30 bitches, you and your wife, like,
but the charges got dropped. And if you want to show your face, you really think people ain't thinking about that still? We don't.
Right.
You gotta get these bars,
like if you had a problem with that, maybe you should stay your ass in the house.
You got off, but you gonna get these bars, nigga. You was not guilty or whatever, but
because even if she wouldn't have said it, everybody knew that it happened.
Like, so what she say though? Like, what she really say?
Listen, whose charges have we ever seen get dropped or whatever? Do we not still think about them? Like, oh shit, that's Michael Jackson.
Nah, we still think about them.
We still think about shit.
Still think about them.
Niggas had this type of charge, like. You'd be like, okay, you might think about it for 2 seconds, but T.I. face is always going to be, that's caught a charge back in the day. Okay, cool.
Like the stuff with Michael Jackson, like we always have the jokes and stuff. They had zero evidence.
Zero evidence.
None.
Yeah.
Hey, fam, did y'all see the last doc where they was like, we was lying the whole time? Did you see that?
And they said they was lying after the fact, but even at the time, we had just somebody came out and said something. We had no proof of it at all.
Hey, remember? We ain't heard from Oprah since. Hey, Oprah been on the low for like 3 years, man.
Nah, this what happened after Oprah. This what happened after that, bro. The what you call it? When the niggas came home from that yo, you funny as hell, yo.
I didn't think about that. Niggas ain't seen Oprah in a minute though, fam. Like, after that, it took her 3 years. She came out with an interview with Adele. Get the fuck out.
After you accused the king of pop, nigga.
She stopped fucking with us completely after that.
Facts.
She went from that, then 3 years later had an interview with Adele in like a garden. Like she stopped fucking with us completely after that, fam. We got her fucking head after that.
We ain't getting on my bag. We ain't get shit. They just canceled the show, took it off HBO, and she.
That's when it come to like when it came to Michael Jackson. Like obviously Oprah is famous. She's the richest black woman on earth, right? Once you fuck with Mike though,
that's a whole nother sound.
You getting it from black people. You getting it from white people. All them people that's been in like Denmark and stuff fainting over Michael Jackson when you get on stage. She got them bars from everywhere on the planet, fam.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, T.I., man. You got to get these bars. Also, these bars you got to get was
T.I. They came to Brooklyn and got robbed.
I want.
I told you stop fucking with us, Tim.
I want my credit before we get into this.
Okay.
Joe, I said that shit is ass.
Yeah, shit trash, yo.
Ass months ago, and somebody was killing me. Somebody was killing me.
You said what was ass?
T.I. and his stand up. I said this shit.
See, I didn't hear it.
I heard it.
But I'm the type of person that I will always champion him trying to do something different. But I didn't say he was funny. I have yet to hear him at all.
He talk real life shit, but I think he working on his slang. I mean, his Georgia drawl. You know what I mean? Like
word. Like, he's trying to get away, like rid of it. That's stupid.
No, I ain't saying he's trying to get. Pardon me. I think he's trying to get by using his Georgia drawl with real life
that makes
shit.
Sense.
You know, he naturally funny. You know what I'm saying? He is a funny dude, but
my problem with that is
stand up funny.
In hip hop, we use these images of ourselves for so long, right? And when T.I. was at his height, it was shortcut, clean fade, suit, or if I got to become tit or was T.I. Whichever one was the gangster.
Yeah.
I gotta sag my, like he had this image.
Yeah.
Right. And then now he goes into this funny guy. He's never going to be looked at as the same because we've already bought the package you rolled up for us 15 years ago. Anybody, but that's for anybody. If 50 Cent got on that stage and decided
right. It almost don't matter how funny you are.
It don't matter. Fam,
nah, it does matter. It does matter.
Well, yeah, it does matter. Like, that's wrong choice of words. It does matter how funny you are. But they will always be seen as the person that they were, though.
It's hard to repackage yourself like that.
Yeah, like regardless, say 50 could be the funniest man on earth. He's still 50 Cent up there.
That's like, he never.
That's cool. But if he got bought, but if he funny, bro, and motherfuckers paying to go see him, and he funny,
yeah,
like,
you'll think about that
man.
for a second and have a good show. But at the end of the day, that is the nigga that had them tank tops on back in the day. It's the same nigga.
Now look, is he funny with the tank tops on though? I'm saying, like, is he funny being 50 Cent? T.I., once again, once you take off, once you leave yourself from whatever she like, whatever type of persona, and you get on stage and you just want to be goofy, you realize that in life you have to pick the right profession because you can become a square.
But he ain't doing that though. He ain't being goofy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I haven't heard none of his bits.
He's not being goofy, bro. Like,
is he up there talking about family stuff? Like, what he getting into? Like, I don't know what type of comedian he was.
Relationships and shit. Like, the difference between men and women and
like
kind of things. And shit.
I gotta hear it.
Like, he ain't like doing impressions and acting crazy.
If he up there trying to be like Carrot Top and pull out some props and shit, like, this is different.
He's not animated. He's not Earthquake either. You know what I'm saying?
Before I get into my question about
that's a legend right there, though. Don't even compare that man to Earthquake. Hell no.
Let me do this real quick. I've always said this, right? You have to pick, like, it depends on what profession you pick. If Michael Jordan was a baseball player, never was a bull, we wouldn't be talking about this man today. Ever. He picked the right profession. I'm saying T.I. and with his persona from earlier, that was it. This is just going to be way harder because you was already the man.
But are you saying he can't be successful?
I'm not saying he can't because even Michael Jordan playing baseball,
I'm saying he can't.
He might have been joking and had a poor choice of words, but he can be successful because here's my question, and I'm going to give him a little credit. But here's the question that I have for T.I. because there's some things that I found out. T.I. got booed in Brooklyn. That is a fact. But here's some tips we got from that information. It was in the arena. Was that a mistake? This was his first paid gig. He chose to do it in Brooklyn. Was that a mistake? Did he set himself up for failure?
I can honestly say
he did. I think he probably did.
I mean, you got to think about the type of person he is, though. Like,
it's about the bag.
Yeah, it's about the bag, and plus the challenge for him. Like, that's a big challenge,
right?
But the flaw is point. If he was a regular comic and he's only been doing shows for like a couple months, that having it in an arena, that doesn't make any sense. Like, he got that gig because of T.I. He's T.I. the rapper, not because of T.I. the comic. So
and doing an arena?
Yeah, like T.I. the comic obviously isn't arena ready.
Wasn't ready.
He can't be. Yeah,
he wasn't ready.
He hasn't been on stage long enough. Like, regardless, I haven't even heard his material, and I know he's not ready for a fucking arena now. He hasn't been doing it long enough. So he basically got like name recognition for that bill,
his music career
which I can't. You know, that's just how business works. Like,
his music career is over. You know what I mean? I said it. You know what I mean? After the last album, you know what I mean? Even though that was kind of fire.
But actually it was kind of dope. But I actually think he wants it to be over though. He's obviously trying to do something different.
I'm not trying to play him and say his music career is over. He chose for it to be over.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Right. I'm not trying to play him. You know what I'm saying? So he got to do something else.
His kids have record deals now. Like, that's what he's focused on.
Let's get back to the movies, man. Like,
I think the movie stuff, like, you got to think about with the allegations and stuff. When you're a stand-up comedian, you can just go anywhere and just get on stage and get minutes and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, whether you're getting paid enough, you have to work your way up, just like every other comedian talk about. But when it comes to movies and stuff, they could, like, from Flaw said, like, they could stop Will Smith. They could stop T.I. from getting. He got kicked off of. Remember, he was an Ant-Man.
He was an Ant-Man.
They wrote his character out.
Wow.
Of the next one because of those allegations, yo. That was a fact.
Film. That was his biggest film. That was Marvel. That was Ant-Man doing 200 million. Like, that was a lot of.
And his character in the movie is funny, and he was in all of them.
That's crazy, yo.
Here's why I think that T.I. is going to fail at this, even though I don't want him to. If you let people talk, this is like the Will and Jada thing. You got to put the pieces together, and that's what I try to do. Even when T.I. and Tiny was going through these situations, she was letting people know that his money wasn't as long as he said he is, which is what rappers do. I hear that. I just heard T.I. I'm just saying.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
Flaw funny.
I'm just. No, listen. I'm tying it together.
Okay.
I just heard T.I. quit podcasting because it wasn't lucrative enough.
Which is weird.
Which is more money not coming in. We just spoke on him losing his Ant-Man deal.
He got it too. I would have talked about that too.
It could have been though.
I know you're going over that, but I would have talked about the podcast shit too.
Well, that's what he said. He said it wasn't lucrative.
Yeah,
money. So now there's no money coming in from the podcast. I'm done making music. The Hollywood has cut me. Like he's T.I. to us. He's Clifford to them. They don't care.
Right.
Another Clifford. Right. So they cut him, and they don't care. Like it's the difference between him and Will Smith, of course, is Will Smith is going to do 3 months.
Yeah, they ain't got a band tip at all.
They don't think of him.
Don't even think of this nigga. Like
right, no, not at all.
Nigga, the dude that played the Last Dragon can't get a role. It's just the way it works, man. We just don't want you.
Yo, that came out of nowhere.
I'm just saying, Hollywood can ban you when you're not important to their.
Yo, what he do, fam? Hold on, let's rewind.
I'm just saying, fam.
What Mate do? What his name? I forgot his name, but he got like a.
Nobody knows his name.
I forgot his name is like one word too.
Leroy, fam. Yeah, it is one name. His name is Leroy.
I forgot.
Shout out to Tip was in the Dolomite movie too. That was dope. I mean, that's probably his last dope.
So the reason why I'm saying Tip probably won't be successful in this, because I think he's chasing money. Like Jarrell might have mentioned, he didn't say that, but when you talk about money, Arena, Brooklyn, that's the biggest bag.
You definitely chasing money if you think you was gonna get in the podcasting and make money after like 3 months, fam. What are you talking about?
So when you chase money,
we know that for.
We watched Tyson and Muhammad Ali quit on a stool because they was chasing money, not because they wasn't nice. I want to do this shit. So they like when you chase money, just from my history, when you see people chasing money, it doesn't equal success. And if Tip is chasing money, he's going to not be successful.
That's his fault though, man. Tip gotta be responsible for his own actions, man. Like Tip was at the top of the world when he got them gun charges, man. Like he was on the top of the world when he caught them gun charges. He was on the top of the world damn near when he caught these new charges and shit. Know what I mean? Like he lost everything. Like we don't check for him music wise. We don't check for him.
There was nobody bigger than him when you can have whatever you like, or with that video he did with the push-ups in the bus, like
nigga, what you know about that? Like,
there was nobody bigger than T.I. We talking about the movies that he did with Denzel Washington,
American Gangster,
yeah.
Like Tip
Takers
movies, Takers
was that shit too.
You are absolutely correct. He had the world in his hand and he chose.
Yeah, he went from American Gangster to Taken to Ant-Man.
Yeah,
like back to back, like when the first.
And that's what I'm saying. He was in the Dolomite movie with Eddie Murphy. Like, he had a movie career. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and to be honest, I actually think he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a pretty good actor. I think
he's pretty good.
I'm gonna throw my man under the bus because I just thought about him, RZA. Russell Crowe allegedly spit and smacked.
Damn.
What's her name?
Damn, a woman.
Black chick, a woman, a black chick that she be getting on everybody's nerves. But apparently the RZA didn't do
Wendy
nothing.
Williams?
No. But apparently at this party, RZA did nothing but watch.
Oh, you talk about
I know. She gets on everybody's nerves, but you gotta. Well, I can't.
Iggy Azalea.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Iggy is no.
Not
That's
Iggy
white
Azalea.
chick. White chick.
Azalea Banks.
Azalea Banks. Thank you.
Russell Crowe allegedly assaulted her.
Yeah, I heard about that
at a party. And
that's what she said, at least.
That's what she said. And Robert Diggs did nothing but stand there and watch. But Robert Diggs is still in Hollywood.
Not the only one though. Like,
I don't know.
Like he said, it was like a couple other people didn't do shit because it was Russell Crowe.
Who said it was a color? Who said that? RZA?
No, I think she said that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the RZA was the only one didn't do anything. That's what I'm saying.
I'm also saying, if you want to keep your career,
you
either
Russell Crowe the nigga that played Gladiator?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right,
that nigga played Maximus and just slapped a woman in the middle of a party and nobody did anything. That's crazy.
Okay. So
he played a boxer too. He played a couple movie roles that was tough.
Saying somehow I'm linking them together. It randomly popped in my head, but we watched T.I. lose his roles, and we watched people save their roles.
So wait. So you're telling me that the RZA watched a black woman get slapped by a white man in front of a room full of people, so he can have the score for Ghost Dog?
You son of a bitch!
That's crazy.
You're not saying that, right?
Yo, that's
because if you're saying that somebody need to shoot RZA, like what is that?
That is hilarious.
Not to be the point man for the Ghost Dog soundtrack.
We got Iron Fist and Iron Fist 2 after that, man. What you talking about, fam?
I'm just saying.
Highly acclaimed movies. I mean, critically acclaimed movies.
Those is dope too, but not. Nah, man, you can't do that. Don't tell me that. Not the RZA Rector. Like, not your man's.
But when you want a part in Hollywood, it's just something. That's something.
Not to do a score, though.
Wait. But think about it though. These niggas got history. They were in American Gangster together. The RZA was in.
Yes, they were. Remember, the RZA was in American Gangster.
That's my point.
Man.
That does not mean.
That's my point.
I'm supposed to watch you slap somebody so I can do the score for something.
Exactly what that mean, bro. I'm gonna stay in Hollywood. I'm gonna shut up. I was chilling with this.
All his scenes was with Russell Crowe too.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that was his man's in the movie.
I'm
right. I didn't put those two together, but
RZA and Russell Crowe has like 5 movies together.
And T.I. was in that movie.
Yep.
Put it all together.
Damn, 6 degrees separation.
Do you see the connection?
There was a whole bunch of niggas that wasn't shit in American Gangster, but Denzel Washington and Idris Elba. Those are the only two solid motherfuckers.
Nah, the other dude, bro. His brother, Chewy, brother.
Yeah, Chewy Ejiofor, whatever his name is.
12 years a slave, yeah.
What's his name? What's his name? Because Gabrielle Union saw some disrespect on the set. Terry Crews stood and did nothing.
Man, I'm not listening to Terry.
He's the same dude that got fondled by some by producer
man.
though. So yeah,
like, that ain't say shit until the
like you kind of expect him not to say nothing.
But
like if you're not saying nothing when your own balls getting groped, I don't expect you to say nothing.
Think about it. Why? I'm glad you brought that up. Why did he let it slide? Because in a room full of Hollywood,
that's why he let it slide.
Because he knew he could have killed dude, he said, or some shit. Like,
nah, he's let it slide because
you want to stay in Hollywood.
Yeah, you want to stay in Hollywood.
You want to stay in That's what I'm saying. You want to stay there. T.I. somehow dropped the fucking bag on the Lifetime on his own. He didn't even have to watch somebody get slapped.
That's what I'm saying.
All the secrets of Hollywood. You remember Cat Williams' first stand up? He said he was at the mansion.
Everybody.
He was like, "What is that? 2 niggas kissing? What is happening?"
Is that Professor Oglefeet?
Like he went to a Hollywood mansion party and lost it. Like what is going on?
Listen, right after that though, bro, Professor Griff got interviewed and they asked him, but he said they was coming for Cat Williams, bro. He said it in the interview, bro. They coming for Cat Williams' ass. And what happened to Cat Williams after that, bro?
Exactly. Look at him. When you see somebody going through some shit, it's because some doors has closed, man. Like
it definitely closed for Cat Williams.
You talking about
he started fighting teenagers and shit. It definitely closed.
Got weird, yeah. He fighting.
It got weird for Cat.
Yeah, shit
it's about to get weird for T.I.
But it won't get weird for Will Smith though. I guess that was my point in the other thing.
And like, I agree with you. If he
will start like catching teenagers at McDonald's and shit, like that'll be hilarious. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's already gotten weird, man. Like his marriage is probably the most Hollywood known marriage in the history of it, bro. We know more about this marriage than any other marriage in the history of Hollywood, bro.
But why?
I'm about to say, whose fault is that?
All Will does to tell you how happy he is.
But I'm saying, this is weird though. This is not normal, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to know about Brangelina, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't know a lot. You know
at first they was giving it up, but that shit closed quick too.
You know what I'm saying? Like we know everything about these niggas shit. Like it's crazy. Like this is unheard of in Hollywood. Like,
and let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck, fam. Jada raised those kids, right?
Yes.
Will didn't raise them. So
that's what I mean. Honestly, if you look at their personalities, you could tell that Jada raised them and Will didn't have that much.
So I'm just saying,
like you don't see a lot of Will in neither one of them, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, besides but Jada's in the entertainment business, so you can't just say Jaden would not be rapping. Like that's just what the culture is. Like you can't say he wouldn't be rapping if it wasn't for Will, because Jada is in the entertainment business. But
then if you compare him to his older son, like they seem like completely two different people. Like I remember Trey from when he was younger.
He got a whole
like they talked about
mom,
him too.
He got a whole different mom.
That's the point.
And he never was trying to be in
Hollywood. He didn't raise neither one. He didn't raise neither one of them kids.
He didn't raise any of the kids.
Right. But you can tell how Trey ended up compared to the other two. That's what I'm saying.
They were raised in Hollywood versus Trey not being raised in Hollywood.
I don't know about the Hollywood part. I'm just saying
LA, whatever.
Yeah, that's Hollywood. They were raised in Hollywood.
I hear you. But
Jaden was the fucking Karate Kid when he was like 8 years old.
I think that
Pursuit of Happiness at like 6.
Yeah.
But I think it was Jada who gave them like the free, like they like to use that F word, the free word,
freedom,
as a way of justifying them having their own identity at a young age. As to where, not saying that that's a crime, but I'm saying if you're Will Smith and you're an older type of guy,
my hair back and forth story is credit to that. Yeah, you're right.
Right, because but the way he handled
I forgot all about that.
The way he handled it, you know it drove him, because if you're an old school type of guy, and Will Smith told Willow, we signed the deal, we have to honor it. No, Dad, you did.
Yep, I'm a child.
No one ever but who took, fam, that's all Jada. That's Jada. Will was trying, not saying Will was right or wrong, but what Will was trying to show her was this is how you handle business.
Right. And I'm pretty sure Jada told Willow that you're a woman and you should be able to do whatever you want with your hair. Oh, yeah. Like that I'm pretty sure that message was conveyed to her daughter. So she didn't care about that contract like Will did.
Right, and I don't feel like nothing wrong with that either, yo. She should be empowering her daughter.
I guess that's not the question. I kind of was on Jada's side on that too. But that ain't really the question, though.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that. I just want to put that out there.
The issue that I'm saying to you is, if you're Will Smith and nobody's having these conversations with you, and you walk into the house,
right?
Your son says, "Well, I no longer live under your roof. Deal with it." And your daughter goes, "Well, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. Deal with it." There's nobody having a conversation with Will to say, "Hey, this is what our kids are going into." They're just saying, "This is what it is."
I remember the story coming out. I think Jaden wanted to be emancipated when he was like 16. I remember that story coming out. Like he wanted to be on his own.
Now, where does Will?
If you Jaden Smith, what's wrong with that though? You making your own money in Hollywood. You got your own bag. Like your dad not here. They going through it. Like why not? Like,
well, you have to think of it in the terms of a parent though. Yeah. I'm not thinking of it as in terms of a child. Like that's him.
I'm a parent.
Like, he can think that he's a child, but when your sons become 16 and they say that, you might have a problem with that. Like it depends on who the child is.
Problem with that,
right?
Bro. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're going by what Will Smith.
He been through a lot.
He's an old school type of guy, right? So I'm saying, even though he wasn't there, when I pull up, okay, put it like this: it could be a toxic way of thinking. I'm not saying that it's not, but when you have a son, or if you have a daughter, in your mind, you go, "Man, I can't wait to play catch with my son. He like 2 months old, fam. He don't know. He don't want to play. He don't know what he want to do." And in your head, though, you visualize, "Man, I can't wait to."
I visualize that with my son now. Like I grew up being an athlete. I know my son is not going to be one. Like he does not care at all, fam.
When you, but guess what, Jarrell? You're around. Imagine if you had a Will Smith.
Yeah, and I just came back thinking that he's. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you got the baseball mitten and the ball. In your bag, your son, look what I got.
Like if I was home, I would know my son wouldn't want to do that shit.
You're home, yeah.
Right,
but if you was away and you come home and your son doesn't want to play any type of physical activity, Trey, he's a football player, right? He was in college, right?
Yes, he was. Yep.
Imagine your other son.
Yep. His oldest son was a football player.
Your youngest son wants to do nothing but dye his hair and
dance.
And you just like, okay.
And this was after your son was in movies and made money. He still don't want to do nothing but, stuff like frivolous stuff that you don't think that's valuable.
I mean, he did the Icon. That was pretty dope.
He was grown when he did that, though. We talked about before that.
He had music before that. I think the Icon album.
The Icon. He had mad music before.
He had music before that nobody was listening to.
You know what it was? Icon was dope. That's why you heard it.
That's the only shit I ever liked of his. Like that.
Exactly.
Icon. It was so fire.
It was dope when Will redid it too.
That's why it was dope, because his dad had to jump on it. Like that was fire.
It was fire, but at the same time, remember that was when Will was going through his midlife crisis or something. He was jumping off buildings, remixing his son's songs, and doing a whole bunch of shit that had nothing to do with his family at home. He just needed some shit.
It wasn't a midlife crisis.
I know. I'm just saying, but he.
You know what it was? No, hold on. From your point, it goes back to your point. It was not a midlife crisis. Will wanted to slow down and be a family man then. Yeah. That's what it was. He came home. But when he came home, it fucked his whole family up.
Hey.
Now all of a sudden, Jada got red table talk. Why shouldn't you have it when you was making movies, bro?
Man, you could have
because you're home now. It messed it all up. They talk about this when it comes to in sports too. when it comes to like coaches and stuff. Mm-hmm. You do know when you're a football coach or a basketball coach, you're never home. So what happens when they retire?
They always home.
They always home, and they they wives don't want them home, fam. Like,
because they already had their life adjusted to
exactly. Like all of a sudden now you're in your 60s and you want to retire, but yeah, the kids are grown. I got my own thing going on. Now I just have to babysit your ass every time you wake up.
You are right. It's crazy how you can.
Or I can go to ESPN.
Right.
Will Smith is home now. You can just pinpoint. Yes. He became like the movie stopped.
The movie stopped. He went home. That's all that happened. And
he started making Instagram videos.
Yep.
Huh?
The movie's been stopped. Like Will didn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. The movies didn't stop being made. But they was getting few and far between. Will was putting out like 3 a year, fam. That was like 1. That's a lot of time home compared.
I get it.
Like, I'm glad, like, Denzel marriage is still intact. Samuel L. Jackson, like, their movies are slowing down because they're getting older. Their kids are grown now.
I don't know how Samuel stayed married. This nigga stay working like this.
Yeah, he was staying working. So you could tell, I think he has a daughter. And I'm not saying that he wasn't a father to his daughter, because you never know what, even if you're away, you could still call. You know, I was like growing up, it wasn't no FaceTime, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, when Denzel was doing those movies, he could not be home for like large amounts of time.
Which is why, if you actually listen to an interview with his son, I can't think of his name.
John
David, like, he just talks about his mother so much. Like, his dad, he never says his dad did anything wrong, but boy, my mom raised me.
Right. So exactly. He not to say that he doesn't talk about him, because they obviously, you're his son, so they're gonna ask you a question about him. Yeah. But when it comes to family stuff, he always brings his mom up. Yeah.
Always brings his mom.
That's not because Denzel ain't who he is. It's because he raised him, of course, not like his mom did. Like, when he woke up and when he went to bed at night, his mom was there. Woke up, mom was there.
And shout out to Mom and John David and the family, because even when dad is gone, we still need to show some type of appreciation that we're able to live this lifestyle because of dad. I just think that some people just take the route of, well, you weren't there. Well, son, you didn't struggle either. You wasn't.
It seems like Jada and the kids are on that.
Yes, that's my point.
Like, it doesn't matter how much. Like,
y'all live in Brentwood though. Like,
even some of the stuff that he was talking about with him and Jada in the past, like the time that she turned 40 and he threw her this big party, right?
But he said he did it for 3 years. He planned for it though.
Planned for 3 years. Imagine how much money he spent on that. She didn't want none of it. So, what do you do?
We are not living off Jason's lyric salary.
That's the name of this episode.
We're not living. It's too long, but I might have to play with that, man. We not living. We don't get rich off Jason lyrics.
We Jason lyrics, man.
We're not rich off Jason's lyrics. That's the title.
Let's get into Snowfall real quick, man.
Let's
talk about it, man.
Nigga, I hate.
Nah, I don't even want to say I hate it yet. I can say how whack this is as we're going through it.
I told you.
I don't want to just say this shit trash now.
I can get. But it's.
Yo, if it's not trash, what is it?
So have they switched like the last 2 episodes with one scene, right? Like, because we didn't talk about it last episode, but there's one episode that they just went straight to the wedding, and we spent the whole 60 minutes at the wedding. And last episode, they were in this one spot, right? For like the entire episode. Like, they're not doing a lot of moving around anymore. They just...
That's money.
They're telling a story.
That's money. Like, I don't know why they're short of money, though.
Yeah, I don't know. People might have backed out after Singleton passed or something, you know what I'm saying?
Because usually when that happens, that means the production is short of money when it's not a lot of locations and stuff.
And we in the middle of the season, going towards the end, so yeah, they...
No, it's only 2 episodes left.
So speaking of Snowfall, well, before we move on to this episode, John Singleton did pass. I saw an article, but I didn't click on it. It said Freeway Ricky Ross said the Snowfall creators has finally reached out to him. Was that a John Singleton thing, or what are we doing?
Why? Because he's gone, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
So it's John Singleton. He was that?
Here's the thing, though.
His show.
I read that. I also listened to, he has a podcast.
Okay.
Talking about Snowfall. Him and the co-founder of The Source, the dude that started it with Benzino, Dave Mays.
Dave Mays, yeah.
They have a podcast talking about Snowfall now. Like they didn't do it in the past, but with this season they started and they talk about how his life is being depicted and, you know, all the stuff that they're not giving him and not recognizing all that stuff. And he doesn't talk about the meeting or whatever, but he did say that they did talk. But now comes to find out that next season is going to be the last season. Mm-hmm. So I think that is the reason they're bringing him in, so they can tie it up at the end of next season, like,
and make it good too, because
and
honestly,
make it good.
This is not really good. Like these last couple episodes,
and I could tell they probably getting mad backlash compared to the other seasons. They know this shit is going down. Like it's a wrap. It's like the Titanic at this point. Everybody was high for a whole hour in the show.
Wow, yeah.
The way they got high was stupid.
Right.
Like Scully just randomly, as a wedding gift, like it wasn't no malice involved. As a wedding gift, he decides to spike the chocolate that they're using for chocolate strawberries. This is in 1986, when I guess not that many people knew about LSD or acid or whatever. And for them to do that, and that's the reason why everybody got high, except for the people that didn't eat the chocolate strawberries, is stupid.
He was feeling vibes, wasn't he? Feeling vibes.
It's stupid, man. I would like to time, but even before that started, we can talk about a time jump, right?
Yeah.
Because the episode before they got married, now all of a sudden is a wedding.
Proposed.
Was it not? Was it or proposed? I'm sorry. He proposed in the last episode. In the very next episode, they got married.
Time out though.
Like, was it a time jump that we didn't see?
It was a time jump, but wait a minute.
We missed something too that I want to talk about too.
They got money.
They do.
The time period to get married sometimes in our community is based on when we get the money.
It was a sense of urgency when Jerome proposed too.
They got the money.
Yeah. That is true. Because it's not like they did it in the church. They did do it in yeah.
So
That's
if
true.
they got the money though, can't they do it tomorrow? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but would you?
I mean, no, you can't put it together.
Well, I mean, her family from Arkansas was there, fam. Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, but there was a time jump. There was. I'm not saying there wasn't, but we're saying that they quick. The reason why we space out our weddings is because we need to save up for the wedding.
Yeah, and they got money. You're right.
And they got money, so they could have had it whenever.
We skipped over something though.
Okay.
Something very important that happened. What's his girl name? The one that's pregnant? Veronique or something like that. Her going to the ops.
Oh yeah.
With no protection. To ask him, does she need protection?
Like word, like
makes zero sense. For one, how did she know where to find him? She went up there without telling anybody, with no security or nothing, to ask him, is she safe?
Hey, Jerome.
Make it make sense. She's pregnant.
That's how some women are, fam.
Ain't no woman like that, fam.
They get into your shit.
Ain't no woman like that.
Jarrell, that's how some women are, fam. They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear.
A woman wouldn't have found him on her own.
I don't.
That is a man's job.
I hear.
No way she would have tracked him down and found him in some fucking bar.
Women,
like no.
Women find out the craziest shits, and the man goes, "How the fuck did you know that?" That's what women.
That is true,
man.
That is true.
Women will discover.
But to roll up on him though.
I think that the roll up was crazy because she could have got smoked. Now I'm saying her confidence to go in there is nuts, but I'm saying her finding him is what women do. They will find what they want.
Okay, I get you that. Even though he was out of prison for 3 years, and nobody could find him for 3 years. She found him in the very next episode and was sitting in a bar chilling. Okay, cool. You're saying that's possible. That's possible.
It's reaching. But I think women have a superpower for finding out information they want. That's all. That's what I know.
She found dude. I guess she's the type of person. She's obviously come from the cloth of crime. Mm-hmm. She's not a square. So I want to give her the benefit of the doubt going up there, with confidence and stuff. But that's very unrealistic, fam.
this might not mean anything to you guys right now, but a long time ago, I'm talking about over 10 years ago, when I was started to date this young lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
We kicking it, we chatting. 2 days later, she informed me she knew, she saw that my record was clean and I didn't have any records. She knew that. She looked me up.
Who she worked for?
She looked me up. She wanted to make sure that I didn't have no priors.
But she told you.
She told me that. She said, I looked you up and you clean.
Wait a minute. She told you was clean.
She said I was clean. She said my record is clean. And what I'm telling you is, when women want to find some shit out, they will find it.
But wait a minute, though. I would need to know what your reaction was when she told you were clean. Like, she told you that shit like it's something that you didn't know.
Right, but that was my first time being involved in something like that, or like.
So what was your reaction?
I don't recall. It was just something like, okay, because I knew it's nothing like you. I wasn't hiding nothing, but I looked at it as she was just protecting herself, and that's just what this young lady here was doing.
Okay.
Women.
Now, if you weren't clean, to my point, if you weren't clean, was she going to go up to the person that you weren't clean with and ask if she's safe?
She might.
Like, say if something happened, right? Say if you was a gangbanger, if she's going to go to the ops that is the gangbanger on the other side of town and ask if she's safe because she's dealing with you.
Okay, so we dealing
without your knowledge.
We're dealing in Facebook times now. She might have messaged somebody that I might have or Facebook Messenger.
She would be a fool then too. Like, that's nuts, fam.
I'm just saying.
They made that pregnant lady the bravest person in Compton.
Now, you know, her mom is a con woman and had her all off the hook.
Yeah, we was talking about that. She come from the cloth of crime. I know that, but the roll up in there pregnant when the ops could have smoked you on like first sight just to ask if she's safe is weird.
Nah, they pieced it up though. Remember?
She didn't know that.
Yes, she did know that.
She asked him, was it true, Aunt?
But that's
okay.
He went to find out it was true.
He did tell her, but once again,
and if it wasn't.
Okay, well.
And if it wasn't, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she don't know it's true, that you can't ask that question. That makes no sense.
She had to go with the logic that this man not gonna kill no pregnant woman. You know what I mean? Like,
so she shouldn't have went there in the first place then, because she's a pregnant woman and he wouldn't have killed her.
Everything you're saying, I just think this is up the alley of what women do. Women will not stop until they get the answers that they want from the people they want it from. Okay. They want what they want. And as men, we go, how the fuck do you find that out? How'd you know that? It's just what happens, fam. It just, I mean, what we're talking about isn't as deep as what she did, but right. I can just see women getting levels. Yeah, I can see women finding out the shit they want to find out.
So if you found out your girl did that, like, what do you think Franklin's reaction should or would be?
Franklin needs to punch himself because obviously he can't do shit to her.
Yeah, he can't do anything.
Yeah, he can't do anything. You can't stress out the baby. He's like it. She should not tell him because that type of anger needs to be.
Not stressing out the baby, but going in that bar in that stressful situation kind of crazy.
Right? Yeah, she might have.
She went in there and said, "You wanted me killed. Do you still want me killed?"
But that's another thing.
That's crazy.
Imagine her stressing over that. I gotta go see him. So that's a good point too, because I'm stressed and my baby's stressed. I gotta go see this guy. I gotta go see Mr. Kane.
Franklin don't need to know she was there though.
Franklin don't need to know.
He don't need to know because he already stressed out over
because
that.
There's no.
If that's the case, if that's the case, that means she's keeping it from him. I don't think that's a good thing either. Because to me, Kane can do anything and say anything now. Like if he bring that up, right? Like what if he bring that up? He's like, wait, what? Like he can really use that shit. Like she came over here to see me. I didn't know why she did that. So what does that? So what does that like? How did that go over with Franklin?
I'm not saying that her plan was a smart one because you are right. She's in a lose-lose. You gotta tell Franklin because if I hear it from Kane, see, this is the thing. This is where women mess up.
Like if I hear it from him first,
from Kane,
that's nuts.
It's going to be a problem.
You know, your girl was at my crib the other night. She came through. We talked. I said she's safe, nigga. What?
Word is life. I told her she good.
I said she was good, so I let her go.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing as Faith taking a studio session with Tupac and not telling B. I gotta
find
see
that
why
shit
you
in the magazine.
Why you had to do that? Why you had to do that? See, now you plotting.
I gotta find out from a record.
I gotta find that shit from a magazine.
I gotta find from a magazine.
Why you doing that?
It's the same shit.
Change the subject. I'm mad now.
All right.
Right.
Because that was some bullshit too. I ain't gonna want to talk about that. Salute to Faith.
You see what?
Did she marry Stevie J? Change the subject, man. I don't want to talk about this shit.
Shout out to Stevie J. Damn.
No, I'm not shouting out Stevie fucking J, fam.
So yeah, she has to tell Franklin. So we'll see with that. We'll see what's up with that. Yeah, they spent the whole party getting high. They got married. Louis gave Franklin the kiss of death after he tried to pour his heart out to her. She kissed him dead on the lips, but we all know that's the kiss of death. Like,
hey, yo, he's dead. And like, by the end of the last season, I mean, not this season, but the end of this season, somebody's going to die. Obviously, I think it's going to be Jerome. I think it's over because he's the one that's actually keeping Louis intact. Right. When it comes to going against Franklin, he's the only reason they're not at war.
Right. He's the only, and Leon might be the one who might be transitioning as if though my people and selling, but that's actually
my second. It's my second. Like, is either one of them are going to go?
Yeah, but it's actually
him and Leon.
Jerome, because Jerome, he brought up the fact that he wanted his store.
Yep.
He wanted to go back to his community. He wanted to get married. It's too much coming. These are the things that I fear. The second you start closing some of the holes is when death starts to come because you're fulfilling your prophecies.
It wasn't even this episode
she went
though.
To the plug though. Remember, she went straight to Reed.
We didn't talk. Yeah, we need to talk about that too. But
I'm saying he might die by accident. Not saying that.
No, I don't think it's by accident.
He might catch one by accident. If nobody's going to just shoot.
People don't catch one by accident on Snowfall.
Louis caught.
That's why he might catch one.
Louis got shot by accident.
That wasn't by accident.
Oh, they were Scully, the whole crew. You right. Scully was.
that wasn't by accident at all.
You right.
But yeah, we didn't talk about this because remember we didn't talk about Snowfall for real on the last episode. We're actually 2 episodes behind when it come to the show, us talking about it. The last episode before that, remember, it was basically the Jerome episode. It was him being at the PSD, the
clinic.
The clinic. They talk about mental health and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't talk about that. That was a major thing. That's when I thought like they gave him the death sentence then. Mm-hmm. Because that whole episode was basically him finding himself and saying, I want out of the game. Mm-hmm. It's over. I'm done. And that's why he proposed to Louis in the first place. Because he went straight from there, did his little journey or whatever, and thought about it, and then went straight to her and proposed. Mm-hmm. So now it's a time jump, and the next episode is at their wedding. He is dead, fam. Like, he's going. Like, he's over, I think. I think they're going to go to war real quick, and he's going to be a casualty of it.
Makes for a compelling season 6, I'll tell you that.
Hopefully.
Do we think Teddy is buying into Louis' proposal? He didn't reject it, or maybe Teddy just isn't confront. Like he seems only confrontational with Franklin though. He doesn't talk shit to anybody else though.
But now you got to think about. We have to fast forward a little bit because in the beginning, Louis went behind Franklin's back and contacted Teddy. Mm-hmm. Teddy made it seem like that he was game, or they would have said something. He made it seem like, yeah, he likes that arrangement, or at least was thinking about it. But then fast forward to the party or the reception or whatever, and Franklin is hallucinating and made that phone call to Teddy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. Damn.
You can't forget about that. That's when, he basically said that he was going to kill Teddy.
But wait, before you get to that part.
Teddy doesn't know that he's hallucinating, though.
I know, but before you get to that part, back to the part where Louis did meet up with Teddy. Teddy said, "Where's Franklin?" So even though Teddy was like, "Okay, I'll think about it," whatever, I still think he was waiting to talk to Franklin. Like, I don't think he's confrontational with anybody but Franklin. I think he knows he has Franklin in his back pocket. Now, I think the phone call at the end kind of got him like, "Oh shit, maybe I need to move on." I don't think it was the meeting with Louis.
Right.
Louis to do that.
Right.
I just think he was waiting.
This sealed it though.
Like, hey yo, Franklin, your girl Louis met with me. You got to get him on the check. I think he would have did that.
I mean, he got shot.
You
already,
think so though?
I think after getting shot, you know what I mean, it makes sense for him.
You got to think about this flaw when Franklin was in jail. On where he was down and got shot. I remember Louis was the person that was dealing with Teddy while he was down. So they do have a relationship.
Right.
Yeah, but the reason why we believe that Franklin is still safe is because once we latch on to a safe space, This is how Teddy's protected. He's just telling Franklin, you're slipping. I need you to get back to where you was at. I can't just replace you with anybody. Even if I did do good business with Louis, I still need you because you're the one I can control. I don't think he like you. You still want to control.
You're right.
In Franklin's spot.
You're right. But now, since that phone call happened, he's going to get Franklin the fuck out of here.
I agree.
Because he went to his house and made copies of all his financial records. Remember, he went in his files, had them on the floor and taking pictures of them. I think he's either going to do two things. He's either going to ruin Franklin financially so he can't stop selling. Yeah. Or he's going to use that information against him, and like regardless, he's going to get Franklin out of this if he has Louis and if Louis can produce the same amount of money generated that Franklin can, he will get Franklin out of here.
Right.
Or what about Mama Franklin, Hitman, getting Teddy out of there first? That's another scenario.
I thought of that too.
It was a lot going on. She was at the heat. This nigga was at the wedding and everything.
Yo, the KGB. You know what the KGB is?
Yeah, that's the
Russian. It's like
Russian mob, right?
It's like the Russian army, right? CIA.
Okay.
So, but see, this is what I don't get. I didn't do the research, but I guess to me it doesn't make sense for them to be KGB in Cuba. I don't know the connection between that. What does Russia have to do with Cuba? And why would they have to do anything to do with the CIA in America? That doesn't make sense to me. They didn't connect that properly to me.
This is after that they was funding that war in Nicaragua? This is after that?
It's ongoing.
So, okay.
At least that's what it made it seem like it's still going. Or Teddy wouldn't. What is Teddy doing then?
Right. The money's still good. Like, you can't get enough money. Like, maybe they...
No, I'm not talking about... But if the war is over, they don't need to do that anymore. I think the war is still ongoing. So, I guess my question is, what the hell does the KGB from Cuba have to do with the Nicaraguan war with the U.S.? Like, I don't get that part.
Yeah.
They that's when it comes to bad writing. Like, the connections are off. Like, they didn't give a connection for that at all. Like, what would they have to do with Teddy? And why would they want to do that and use Franklin's mom to get to Teddy? That doesn't really make any sense. Because she don't have a connection to Teddy. She has a connection to Franklin.
But she hired them to kill Teddy, and she knows who Teddy is.
So they say. They say, though.
That's what she said, because he came there and killed her husband.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying is that, she think that they want to kill him. But that's not might not be what they want to do, for real.
They might
it seems like they want to get all the information. Because what would them bugging the wedding?
They saying bug the office and all that
shit. But they bugging the wedding and Teddy ain't there.
Right. But he telling her that's how we get to Franklin, by getting this
information. And I would like to talk about how dumb it was for all of them to be at that wedding in the first place. That shit is not real. That is a RICO case waiting to happen. Oso was there. Javi was there. What is happening?
Right.
Well,
that would not have happened in real life.
Right.
I would say if you're keeping it as the story of Rick Ross, then if they're all there wiring, then he basically goes to jail. Franklin's not going to die, so something has to bring him down, and this could be part of it. So if they're wiring something, then they're really like the feds, they were like the good guys, and they want to bring him down. So
if they're going to go by the real story, well, obviously they went off of the real story, but Rick Ross ended up in jail. Yes.
Yeah.
So this series should end up with Franklin going to jail, but that they don't have to do that though. They can kill him off too.
Yeah, they could do what they want.
Or they can make him go scot-free and this nigga on some island. They can do... It was a tiger in the episode 2 episodes ago. So they can do anything.
I'm just trying to make what you were saying make sense. Like, why are they bugging the entire situation? If you're trying to get Teddy, which of course he's not, because like he told her, I need your son's location and everything. That's a red flag right there.
Right.
Because if I'm hiring you to kill Teddy, why do you need all that information? Go get Teddy. So obviously he's there to bring down everybody, which is what happens in real life. In a way, not based on a true story, but if we're going to stick to the script, at least Franklin is going to jail. He's not going to get murdered. So.
I think the thing with Teddy and Franklin is going to come to a head because of Oso, though.
Because Oso
was actually there. Because I don't think Teddy really understands how close Oso and Franklin are now.
Right.
It has been either 2 or 3 times when they either saved each other's life. So they have a relationship that neither one of them and Teddy have.
Yeah.
Especially with the last shit with the tiger.
And Teddy's a robot. Like he has no personal. Like he just there's nothing personal about him. He just work in all play. Like he just work.
And you can tell the relationship because Franklin went back to get Oso when he got kidnapped. You know, the whole tiger situation. He didn't have to leave. He could have left him there.
That's what Oso said. I didn't think he was coming back.
Exactly. In turn, him Oso and his wife is at that wedding. Mm-hmm. Because deep down inside, he don't have nothing to do with Louis and Jerome. He's there because of Franklin. Why would they have invited him?
But
or Javi?
Jerome, you are right though.
They don't know them people.
All of them being in one spot at one time.
Exactly. It don't make no sense, fam. They don't even know them. The people that's getting married don't have anything to do with Oso. Why is Oso and his wife there?
Let me tell you why that's bad writing as well. Didn't Franklin have a problem with all of them going to the spot that Louis got shot at too?
Why?
Something was happening, right? It was another marriage or something, right? Something was happening.
I forgot what it was, but yes, I do remember that.
Franklin had a problem with everybody going.
Yes. Not everybody's at this wedding.
Everybody's at Uncle Jerome's wedding.
Family and gangsters. Like everybody was there but the fucking U.S. government, which is Teddy. So in turn, like since Oso was actually there when Louis and Teddy's meeting. Like when she double-crossed Franklin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Oso
if they do double-cross Franklin, Oso knows.
Yep.
So now Oso is at the wedding when that happens too.
This is why
later on, Oso is going to tell Franklin.
This is why we hate these one-scene shows. Like they could have got married and then already beamed over to the scene where Oso tells Franklin,
terrible writing.
You got to wait a whole week for Oso just to tell him.
We just saw Oso get high and look at the sky and was just chilling on the grass and shit.
Everybody was doing like niggas was weird, man.
That was crazy, man. Like Franklin, mom got high. She up there sleeping in Leon car.
She almost blew my man cover. Like, yo, you did this. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm undercover. I'm working with you.
We can get into the. Don't get me wrong. I saw this. I didn't get that many spoilers, but I saw it the day after it came out. So everybody was talking about Franklin's acting job, talking to himself. Mm-hmm. It was cool.
That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool, but it's been done thousands of times in movies and TV. So I give him props for that. It was a good acting scene, but it wasn't good enough to carry this episode for what they did to it.
I think he gets a lot of credit because he's still very young, and we are seeing the emergence of a young star. So for him to be pulling this off like this,
it's pretty good. It was impressive. Don't get me wrong, but it's just
him talking to himself is nothing new. No, we've seen it. But for him to come, like I say, for him to still be a new star, it's. I'm not listen.
Yeah, because everybody can't get that off.
Yeah, everybody can't get that. Everybody can't get that off. He did a good job.
I'm not comparing him to Will Smith. I'm not. But I'm saying, imagine Will Smith's career, how we grew up watching parents don't understand, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, watching his movies take off, you build a rapport with him. There might be some younger people who are building a rapport with this artist, with this actor here, who they watched him in Snowfall. I've watched him in his biggest movie. They watch him. So at the same time, it just could be like him, just leaving an impression on, the people who are in awe of him. Other than that.
You're right. The natural transition is to go from TV to movies. Yeah. Like, you're right.
And now people are watching, like, yo, damn, you did that. Of course it's been done.
But to be honest, forget that part of the show real quick. Like, yes, that was a good acting scene. I think the acting, period, is phenomenal on this show. I think the writing and the stuff that they got them doing is terrible shit. But I would never say that none of them are acting badly, though. All of them are acting pretty well.
I knew this shit was going to happen, bro. We said it, bro.
Right, John Singleton.
After John Singleton, we said it after he passed.
Because you gotta think about it. Like all this tension between Franklin and Teddy. Teddy killed his pops. Franklin knows it. It has to deal with him anyway. And the fact that there's real tension now is because Franklin was fucking high and told him that he was going to kill him. Like that's how the war starts because he was high on acid from Scully.
Thank you, Scully.
At a wedding.
Yeah.
Like that's how like we're gonna bring this to a head. That's how you tie everything together and how everything's supposed to start for next season. This is terrible writing.
We didn't need the tiger. We didn't need this high.
We didn't need none of like you could have.
Didn't need that.
You could have did all of this. Could have ended up the same way, but the journey to get here was stupid.
All Louis had to do was say, "I want to make a deal." The war starts. That's all you need.
Right there.
That's all you need.
That's all you needed because Oso was there.
Yep.
That first scene of the show when Oso was there and Louis and Teddy double crossed Franklin. That right there could start anything because Oso was there. You could use the relationship with Franklin to have him tell Franklin that, and just like that, the war starts, and you can pick up from there. But no, they had to add all this bullshit.
One more thing, right? Shout out to Leon for playing himself. Got super high and then wanted to ask the young lady to basically go to Africa with him.
Right. Yeah, the ex-crackhead.
Right. Yeah, she was like, bro, why are you asking me now? Like, you high. Like, come on, fam.
I was glad they didn't have Wanda all high on acid.
Yeah, Wanda.
And they just got away with that because she said she was allergic to chocolate.
Right.
I heard that. Some was like,
What the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying, because they did that because she's been like an addict and high the whole show. So now all of a sudden she can't get high again, and she's sober now because she's allergic to chocolate.
We're happy that she didn't fall for the chocolate crave, but we're also like, come on, fam, that line was real cheesy.
Exactly.
Like they dropped it in there. But yeah, Leon, you played yourself, guy. I mean, maybe if
she said, "Why are you going to tell me this now?
Why you going to tell me this now? Like, you high as shit. Like, tell like I've been trying to get back into your good graces for 3 seasons now. And you keep telling me to go home, Wanda."
I felt to me they was reversing the roles because remember she was pouring her heart out to him when she was high.
She still had the lips though, fam. She still had them. She still had the crusty lips, man. If I'm Leon, fam, I can't.
But they not crusty no more though. You see, as a man, you're supposed to get your woman some chapstick and just get going.
Man, she
It was looking bad. It was looking bad for him. It was looking bad. You couldn't do it.
Those teeth. I mean, come on, man. She was.
Hey man, you clean up. Everybody cleans up. Everybody can get dirty.
Clean up. Well, I mean,
everybody can get dirty, fam. Anybody can be an addict. She just fell for it.
I'm not gonna lie. There used to be this couple on the block. Dude cleaned up this chick. She was ex-crackhead, and all we could do was just watch and amaze at how good she looked.
Looked with an ED.
Yeah, like she was
past tense.
Like, damn, like shit.
What happened?
No. She looks amazing.
Okay.
This was so long ago. We was young kids on the block.
Okay.
And everybody kept saying how she was, she was down bad, and now she with him. She was amazing. It's just like, damn. He saw something that nobody was trying to see, and he cleaned her up, man.
Yeah, see, when people get clean, man, they look like a completely different person. So you got to think about it. You saw Wanda clean, then she became an addict, and she back clean again. So you should have known that they was gonna. Yeah, she was down bad. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah, okay.
She was down bad. Let's just say that.
You're ready to.
Either I don't know if y'all if you want to get out of here real quick, or did you want to talk about? You didn't get no bars off for Bel Air last week.
I gotta take my son to the movies, yo. So I'm about to get up out of here.
All right.
Yeah. I don't really got time.
So it's up to you, Flo.
You don't got time for the Bel. I got to get to work.
Okay, we can skip the songs this week too. We do some songs next week. Fuck.
Okay, cool. Hey man, we was happy to just get through an episode. That's what this
right. That's what I'm saying. Beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, I'm good with this.
We get y'all 2 hours and 3 minutes of good content. I think we had a tremendous episode. And that's what we're going to do about it. Chris Rock says that he'll wait till he get paid to talk about the slap.
What?
Yeah, he said he'll wait till he gets paid before he talks about the slap.
I mean, he gets paid for every comedy show that he does. So what is he talking about?
And they raised the prices. The prices for his show went from like $40 to $1,000.
See, that's why I said everybody in this, when it comes to this, is nasty.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. We got to pay you in order to talk about the snap. You're a comedian. You get paid every time you get on stage.
What is there to talk about?
So what is there to talk about? Yeah, you got slapped. So how you processing it, nigga?
Will's walking up to me, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like we saw what happened. We just want to know, are you okay? Like that's what it pretty much boils down to. Like, you all right, fam? Like,
want to make a whole 60-minute special of Will walking up to him.
Like, right? Like
45 minutes for him to actually slap him. Like,
Because if I'm the person talking to him, I'm like, you just kind of stood there.
It's like, what happened?
What's going on? What happened with that? What happened with that? And you just stood there, and how your mental health now and all that. Well, shout out to Roland and Andy for coming through the chat today, man. Salute to y'all brothers. Andy all the way from Poland. Roland in Florida up there enjoying the sun while we getting rain and
this weather's crazy.
Cold weather every other day is crazy. But shout out to y'all.
My ass.
I know, right? So shout out to y'all, Will. See y'all next week.
We out. Peace.
Peace.